Mic check, mic check.
My check.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. What it do, what it don't, what it is, and what it ain't. It's your boy, Don Otaku, aka Don Solo, aka Solo the Don, aka Solo D Swaggy, aka Lil Yike. And this is Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast, episode 66. Execute Order 66. And of course, I'm here with Subegels, aka Subeg, aka the Green Thumb, aka the Gaming Gardener, aka the Avatar, aka what you got for me today?
AKA Lil Bliss. No.
And yeah, another day, another whatever the fuck is happening. But
Oh man.
what's been going on with you?
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. I'm in bliss, man. I'm blissful right now, bro. Like I'm just happy. Like I got literally everything like cooking, and it's good. It's a good feeling.
That's what's up.
Came back from the gym, but yeah, that's the usual shit. But I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling good. What about you?
I've been cooling, been playing a lot of games in my downtime. I've been playing
Hell
a
yeah.
lot of games. I've just been playing a couple of games in my downtime, but been focusing on one that I'm most likely going to review. Even though I still
Yeah,
got some
okay.
other reviews that are like halfway done that I need to fit out,
Yeah.
but it's all good. But yeah, speaking of gym, did hit the gym.
Hell
This-
yeah. Let's
So
go.
yeah,
Let's
we
go.
doing that. But I'm gonna keep up with it this time, for real.
Hey, I mean, bro, as I just say, as long as you're moving, it's good. And I know you go on hikes and walks and stuff, and that's awesome, you know? So like just keep doing that shit and you know, baby steps. Damn, my frame's tanked. What the hell's happening?
Yeah, you bought it out a little bit too.
Oh no. It's all good.
Yes, sir.
But yeah.
But I also finally got that my vinyl player, and I only have one vinyl right now, which is Tyler the Creator's Wolf. But right
Okay.
now, that's all I need.
Nice.
Just been having that on repeat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
You
been fun.
what's the first vinyl you gonna get?
I don't know. That one was I just bought that one on a whim, so I'll just have to pass by and see something that catches my eye and be like, oh yeah, that's my next one.
There's probably a lot of like vintage music stores around where you're at.
Oh,
So
bro, it's Portland. There's
yeah.
like one on every corner,
Yeah.
and thrift
You
shops
could probably
have
find
a
some
shit ton
gold,
of them
bro.
also.
You could probably find some hella good stuff. That's awesome, man. I'm glad that you're stepping into it. It's awesome, like listening to a vinyl, because it's a whole experience. Because you gotta listen to it front and back, and then you gotta flip it. You know,
Yeah,
You can't
this
just
one came with
play and lay down.
two vinyls. So
Oh, okay, 2 discs or
Yeah.
2 things. I feel it.
but yeah, it was a lot of fun just listening to it, and then messing with the pitch and everything was also cool.
Yeah.
Being able to pitch it up or pitch it down. But yeah, it's a cool
Awesome, man.
experience. It's
Hell yeah.
a great use of physical media, unlike video games.
well, the video games thing is because the companies don't use it correctly.
We'll see. But yeah, that's really all I've been up to.
That's what's
But
up.
with that, let's go ahead and get into the gaming, and I'll let you start. What you been up to?
Yeah, so it's literally just Ball X Pit right now, and like that's it. Like I haven't touched anything else. I literally haven't touched nothing else. It's been my hands been glued to my Switch when I have time to game, and I'm playing Ball X Pit. But I am. It's hard to like calculate how like my percentage, but it's kind of like I'm definitely getting to a flow where it's like I'm constantly beating levels. Like I don't lose anymore as much as I did when I started.
Yep.
And that's because, you know, building up the town, upgrading all of it, doing all that, having a gold mine now. So like now I'm straight just farming gold now when I'm harvesting my guys. And so, well, when I'm not like building shit, usually it's just harvesting gold, because I got pretty much everything else is like automated. Like my like the wood gathering is automated, like the stone gathering is automated, and then I think it's like the wheat is automated. So it's like that's really the only thing I need to harvest now with my guys is the gold. So it's nice. It's fun. It's actually fun doing like the design layout in like the hub world. Now that I have like a bigger space to play with, it's cool like being like able to fit all the different buildings together, kind of like little Lego pieces, which is like a little fun twist that I wasn't expecting. And I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I've gotten to the point where I can now bring two characters into the runs, so it's not just one that I'm bringing in. So you can combine the people's abilities, which is awesome. And I've been using, that's my default now. I don't just go into the runs with just one character, because when you go into the runs with two, it actually beats the game with both, or beats the stage with both of those characters, which is nice. Yeah, man, it's the quality of life is there, man. Like the further you progress, the easier it gets to keep on like stacking your progress, and it's just so fun. Like I just feel like kind of like on autopilot when I play the game now, which is nice. And yeah, I'm just experimenting with all the characters. Like I'm just leveling up all the characters and just going in, just trying to complete all the stages. Yeah, and collecting all the blueprints and all that. But so addicting. It's definitely my Balatro for sure right now. I expect that I'm just gonna keep on grinding away, because I don't feel like playing anything else right now, which is weird. Like I just feel like playing that game, which is a really nice feeling actually. I haven't had this feeling in a while. So, but yeah, Ball X Pit. I definitely want to get back to Yote. I was thinking about it the other day when I was just sitting, just like browsing, you know, YouTube and all that, seeing like all the video essays about like RPGs and open worlds, and it's like I really did feel like it was just so organic in that game, and that's a feeling that I don't get in a lot of open worlds. Like they do feel very like checklist driven, and it's like it's nice to get away from that. It's nice to evolve from a checklist driven formula, you know, which is cool. But yeah, that's really it. That's really all I've been playing. Ball X Pit, shout out.
Yes, sir. I actually did not know that you can combine, that you unlock the ability to combine them.
My bad if I spoiled. That's a spoiler. I apologize.
It's all good. But I did get to that point where I was like easily beating runs, and I was really going, like I kept going and doing every stage with every character, and I kind of started to that's when I started to like get off of it, because I was like really grinding instead of just doing what I wanted to do and just go to the next level. And then that kind of killed my fun a little bit, but I need to get back on that and finish. You know,
it's funny because it kind of feels like there was like a moment where it like stagnated for you, right?
Yeah.
I got that same feeling. And it was like I wasn't getting any like new evolutions. I wasn't even really thinking about them at this point. But it's like I started to combine different evolutions and started to not like stagnate. But I feel it though. It did stagnate for me for a little bit. But then like I kind of got over that hump, and then like unlocking the second character thing kind of like made it like go further. And then like the abilities that the later characters have are like super cool. Like I forgot the name of the one character, but it's like he has like a pole, and like you can bounce the balls off the pole. So it's like, and like, you know, every time you bounce the ball, it gets like a damage multiplier.
Yeah.
So it's like you keep on doing it, and like you can just, it just keeps on stacking the multiplier if you keep on like bouncing it correctly. So it's like, I recommend just keep on trying to unlock the characters, you know, because the characters definitely do feel different. Did you know that there's a character that shoots ball from like above the stage, not below?
Yeah, I did unlock that one.
Yeah. Okay, so then you're close to the other guy. Then you're close to the other guy. But yeah, no, they have some very unique like abilities, which is really hooking me. It's a good ass game, bro. Shout out, bro. I think it's only like one guy, right? Or it's like a few people or something.
Kevin's son and friends.
Fuck, man. These indie games, bro. They're really cooking, bro. Like I love it. I love it.
Sir, but as for myself, I got a chance to play the playtest of Scramble Nights, and that is what we have on screen. And if you don't remember Scramble Nights, that is the Battle Royale Zelda-like that we saw at one of these shows, and I think it was the Xbox show. It was like the ID at Xbox or the Xbox partner preview, one of those shows.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't an Xbox one, but I just remember it was some kind of indie showcase of some sort, or a small showcase that we didn't really expect anything from, and then this one kind of came out of nowhere. But the playtest happened, and I got a chance to play over the weekend, and
awesome.
Yeah, bro, it was slapping.
Oh, I'm invited to this.
Yeah, you were, because I tried to send you an invite, but you already had it.
Hey.
But I think it was only for the weekend, unless it's coming back this weekend.
I'm gonna download it for sure.
But Scramble Nights, yeah, bro, is exactly what it looked like, and it was fun as hell when it worked. And I have to put an emphasis on when it worked, because it's a playtest for a reason, and it was definitely not ready for showtime. But obviously I can look past that because it is a playtest. What I will not look past, though, because I feel like they really fucked up on this. Well, let me talk about the game first, and then I'll talk about the good first. So this is a isometric Zelda-like, but in battle royale form. And the gameplay loop is you start off on a boat. First off, you can customize your character, and the character customization is actually pretty good. It's very me creator style. Like that's what it feels like. But they have a lot of options, and I like the way that my character ended up. You also get cosmetics as you progress through as you do more matches and stuff. And then you're able to change the costume and everything. But start off on a boat every match, and then the boat will sail around these islands in different directions, different placements every single time. Sometimes it'll be on like the eastern end, sometimes it'll be on the western, sometimes it'll be on the southern end, sometimes it'll be all the way at the north. But it's different every single match, like where it's gonna go through. And just like any other battle royale, jump off the boat whenever you see a point of interest that you want to go to first, and then you start looking for your weapon. The weapons range from swords to great swords, bow and arrow, spear, twin blades, daggers. I think that's it. And the weapons play pretty differently, although they all have like simple combos, just like Zelda would. It's just keep tapping X until you finish your combo. Although you can do running attacks, which will change up your moveset a little, or change up your attack a little bit, and you can do charge attacks as well. So all the weapons kind of have their own advantages and disadvantages. But yeah, you'll start looking for a weapon, and then it comes down to like there's dungeons all over the island. There's people with quests, there are shopkeepers, there are shrines that if you give it gold, they'll give you an extra heart, or sometimes they'll give you something else. But you're playing the game like Zelda. You're just exploring this island, trying to complete quests, trying to dungeon crawl and get chests, and just keep on getting better gear, getting more money so that you can upgrade your character as much as possible before you run into one of the other players. And also you can hunt down the players for their loot as well. That's also a good strategy if you have some gear. So this game is hilarious and it's fun as hell because like you'll land on the island and you'll pick up your weapon before, and you'll see somebody else trying to get on the same island as you, and you're like chasing them down because they haven't got a weapon yet. You're like, oh, what's up? But there's also like the way that the downing system works. So you'll get downed, and then you'll have a timer above your head, and you can crawl away, and you can basically come back to life if that timer like goes all the way up before they finish you off. So you like once you down somebody, you have to finish them, or they'll just get back up, and then they'll be able to fight again. So what happens is they like the finisher, you basically hold A and then you do like this long finishing attack, just so like there's a chance that somebody can kind of stop you before they get killed off. But then once you get killed off for real, you can spectate. But the way that you spectate in this game is that you become a chicken, and then you're able to fly around the map as the chicken and then follow people. You can basically follow the person who killed you and like heckle them by just what do they call it? Crowing? Is they clucking? Yeah, you just keep clucking at them to annoy them. Although they can't kill you, so like they can kill you as the chicken. But it's funny that you can literally just follow them around and just keep clucking to try to annoy them. This game is so creative, like the gameplay loop, because there's so many different ways that you can like enhance your loadout and enhance your abilities. It's like you can just go keep doing quests, you can find dungeons, you can literally just roam the world and just find chests out in the open, although it's probably gonna take a little longer to get like really good shit. And you can just hunt down, like if you're that good, hunt down other players, which they make it very easy. And that's probably one of the things that I don't like, is that everyone is on the map. There's no stealth. Like you know exactly where every single person is on the map. And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that should be hidden unless they like attack something, or I don't know. But you really can't hide in this, which is a thing. But gameplay wise, like the combat definitely takes some getting used to, especially when you're fighting other players, because it's really, it seems simple. It seems like you can kind of just spam your way through, but you really can't. And people figured that out pretty early, that yeah, you're not gonna spam your way through a fight. Like you really gotta block and parry and dodge roll at the right times. Like you have to put all your skills together if you want to come out on top, which is great. Now, for the cons, and this is playtest specific because the full game is going to have this, but the first thing that came up when I was playing solo, and
Playing Don Solo? Nah.
yeah, I'm playing Don Solo, and I'm literally minding my own business, minding my own black ass business as usual. And then a person comes
Bro,
up.
wait, pause.
Yeah.
You're a Sam's Club guy, right?
Yeah.
So apparently the PlayStation 5's glitched on their website and they're going for 200.
Damn.
Let me see. But anyways, my bad.
But I was minding my black ass business and I see a player and I'm like, okay, 1-on-1, let's go. We're playing solos. He has 2 people with him that's helping him out. And then they start jumping me. And I'm like, yo. I was like, you cheating ass. Oh, there's proximity chat also. So like, I'm hearing them. And they're like, yeah, get him. I'm like, you cheating ass. So I'm over here like, okay, what the hell is going, like, why aren't y'all in the trios? Like, why, like, first off, how did y'all get into the same match to be able to play like the solos together? And I'm like, why aren't y'all in the trios section instead of in the solos? Well, they had trios and duos disabled in the beta, but they also have a server browser, so you can easily get into the same game with your friends. And I didn't realize this until I sent Spitta and Mars invites because they gave us extra codes to give to other people, right? Which you would think if they're giving you extra codes, they would have a mode where you could play together with your friends. But no, they don't. So we ended up playing solos like as a team, and I was like, bro, this is cheating. Like, this is cheap as fuck. But I was like, I don't understand why they had it disabled in the beta, but maybe they just they didn't have it ready, and I can understand that. But I'm like, but that shit was just cheap as hell. Like, every time I played solos, I was getting jumped by people who were teaming up, and I'm like, bro, at this point y'all might as well just open up the trios because people are playing trios regardless. But another thing is that this game was it was glitchy as fuck, bro. It was, and again, it's a playtest, so I can't really complain too much because that's why they're doing the playtest. But I was falling through the map. I would go into a dungeon, and then I would just be under the map. And I went into a dungeon with this guy. He was trying to kill me, and then I was under the map, and he was still like trying to fight. Like, my body was still there on his screen, I guess, because he kept trying to fight, but I wasn't taking any damage. I was just standing there. Oh, yeah, there was a lot of bugs that I ran into, but yeah, there is a ring, there's a circle that you have to avoid. It does not do as much damage as I would think it is. I mean, like what I would think it would do. It actually does damage pretty slow, even on the like highest tier, like towards the end of the match. So I feel like they should make that a little bit more damaging, because I was running a mile in the storm, still surviving. But they do make, like, it's really hard to get into the circle because there's a lot of obstacles and you can't really jump over anything. Like, if there's a wall or a bush in the way or anything, like, you gotta go around. So they do make it kind of hard to like navigate when you're trying to run into the circle. But all in all, this game was a lot of fun. I did not expect to. I ended up playing it like throughout the weekend. I was supposed to be playing something else, and I was supposed to be reviewing that game, and I ended up playing this shit instead for a long time. But yeah, Scramble Nights, definitely have that on your list.
Nice. When you were mentioning the like it being like not ready, it kind of reminded me of 33 Immortals a little bit when we were doing like the playtests and the betas, because it definitely was not ready.
Yeah, it's not ready for prime time. But that's why they do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Free beta testers, free QA. But the big game that I've been playing this week is Big Hops, which came out a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the start of my like 3D platformer like renaissance that I'm gonna be going through in 2026, because I feel like that's all I'm gonna be playing from January, then next month Demon Tides, and then Bubsy 4D whenever that comes out. Yeah, bro, it's gonna be 3D platformer heaven, and it's already starting because Big Hops is amazing so far. So Big Hops is an open world hub world. I'll say hub world. 3D platformer. Takes a lot of inspiration from Super Mario Odyssey, but also a lot of inspiration from Zelda Breath of the Wild. And the thing that it borrows from Breath of the Wild the most is the chemistry engine, the chemistry systems that they have in Breath of the Wild. The using the fire to burn certain things and make a path, like using water, using wind, using the elements to solve puzzles, to basically create platforms or like new platforming mechanics. And it's like free. It's not like you have to put it in a set place. You freely add these elements, and you can kind of just cause chaos by just throwing like all the items together, kind of like how you can in Breath of the Wild. You can just experiment, and that's what this game is about. It's all about experimentation and just freely doing whatever you want. And that's the type of game that I love the most, like especially in 3D platformers, especially in like open world RPGs. I just love that type of gameplay, the emergent kind of, what's the word, like it's like an immersive sim, but not an immersive sim. But it has
What's this game called?
Big Hops.
Big Hop. Oh, the platformer.
Yeah. But it has the elements of an immersive sim where it's like if you think you can do it, it like you can. Things
like
just
open-ended
work.
Level design.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Everything's open-ended. The mechanics
awesome.
are made for experimentation and just throwing shit together and seeing if it sticks. And it just works. Yeah. But yeah, Big Hops is a lot of fun. The art style is really good. This is Switch 1 version playing on the Switch 2 that's on the screen right now. And it's not the most, I don't know, like, it's not the most graphically intensive 3D platformer out there, but it has a really good art style. The animations are really good. there's a little stiffness every now and then when it comes to certain mechanics, but for the most part, it moves pretty good. If I had to compare it to Demon Tides, I'd say it's like 70% there. It's not all the way, but when it comes to the different move sets that you have, wall running, high jump, you have the long jump, you have a dive, you have a slide, and you can climb for a certain period of time, just like you have a stamina wheel like Breath of the Wild, and you can increase that stamina wheel either by eating bugs. That'll give you like a temporary boost, but you also get trinkets, which are basically kind of like the Wonder Badges in Super Mario Wonder, where they give you different abilities and give you stat increases and all kinds of things. But you can also pick up items and throw them, and that's a big part of the game, because there are like plants, and basically there are plants that are kind of growing everywhere, and they all have different effects. There are like mushrooms that can bounce you in the air, that can give you like a high bounce. There are these succulents that create ropes between two different wall, like it'll basically create a rope that extends to the next wall across from where you throw it. So you'll throw it on the wall, and then it'll just zip all the way to the next wall that it hits, and it creates a little rope platform for you to rope across. There's these peppers that create fires when you throw them at anything. So if there's a burnable substance that's kind of blocking your path, you can just throw that at it and it'll burn it, or you can eat it and then you can run into it and it will burn the path clear for you. There's these berries that create a wind burst, and then you can use those to reach high places as well. And you'll just find these different fruits like in every single level. There's always something new, and it has a lot of the elements from like a lot of the elements that I loved about Demon Tides is in here, especially with the like Demon Tides has the talismans that give you different abilities. This one has these trinkets, and the way that you unlock the trinkets is by collecting Dark Drip, which are these purple orbs that you find throughout the level. And when you reach a certain milestone in the amount that you collect, you'll unlock a new random item, that you get to choose from. And those will give you different abilities, like 20% discount at the shop, or it'll show your speed on screen, or it'll give you sometimes you'll get the extra slot so that you can carry more of these trinkets. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, you can eat anything now, like everything is edible, not just the fruits and veggies. Like now you'll be able to eat pots and buckets and like just anything that you can pick up, you'll just be able to eat it and it'll give you health. So they give you a lot of cool abilities, and some of them are more UI kind of visual elements, and then some will actually be gameplay related. But so far I've been through like, I'll say 2.5, because you start off in a forest that's like the tutorial area, and basically like the story is you live in the forest with your sister and your mom, and one day you're like exploring the forest with your sister, you get separated, and then you find this shrine, and there's this like the shrine is talking to you, and it's like, hey, I know you, Hop, and I know that you're meant for more, and your destiny is that you need to, like, you have to, like, you want more than just staying in the forest. You're meant for adventure, and he's like,
wait, is the thing's name Hop?
yeah, his name's Hop.
Okay.
And
That's funny.
like he's like, yeah, man, like you're meant for more than this. Help me find these things, and then I'll show you your destiny. So you help him, and then as soon as you help him, a portal opens up, and then he transports you into this, the void is what it's called, and it's like this Mario Galaxy, like there's like a bunch of different round planets that you're kind of it has like the gravity features and everything, and that one was really cool, but it was short because it was kind of like an intermission. I think you're going to be going back to that throughout the playthrough. But then you realize that the shrine that was talking to you was actually like this demon, and he was like, hi, you fell for it. It was like you basically awakened him, and he won't let you go home until you collect, like, he basically needs you to collect enough dark drip, which he hasn't really explained what the dark drip actually is, but he just says you need to collect the dark drip so he can get his power back, and then he'll allow you to go back home. But until then, he's gonna keep sending you to all of these different places to basically get as much dark drip as possible.
Dark drip.
That dark drip.
Sounds cool, man. I'm looking at a gameplay from Game Informer, and it looks kind of floaty, but it also looks like there is some momentum in it. Like,
yes.
Like he's using like the slingshot, and he's like swinging around it, and then he's launching himself,
yes.
which is nice.
Those tongue, like most things that you use the tongue have real physics, and you can like break those physics when it comes to like swinging, or when it comes to mostly like the swinging stuff. Like you can completely break the physics with that and just launch yourself across the entire map if you build enough momentum. And a good way to always like build speed is by using the sliding mechanic, because if you just keep chaining the dive and then slide and dive and then slide, you'll just build crazy speed. And it's something that they like kind of teach you, because there's a race mission that kind of teaches you like, hey, use the slide ability and you'll build crazy speed. And it's like you're going through these rings, and that's basically like how you learn, like, oh, if I want to build, like, if I want to speed run, if I want to do the crazy speed stuff, you gotta chain the dive and the slide together. But then, like, one time I was doing the race and I was diving and sliding as fast as I could, and then there was a swing right in front of me, and I launched, like, I used my tongue, and I was going like, I don't know if it's as fast as you can go, but I was going pretty fucking fast. And then I paused the swing thing, and then that shit launched me across the map. And obviously I failed because I did not get to the next ring. I had to restart, but that shit flung me like crazy far. So the momentum and physics in this is actually really good. The dialogue is actually pretty hilarious, and some, like, there's just these, there will be like random things that like the NPCs, you'll just talk to them. Like this one right here, there was a guy and he had a pot on his head, and he's like, Hop is like, do you need help? He's like, no, I'm fine. Like, and then you think that he's just like embarrassed that he got the pot stuck in his head and he doesn't want your help. But then you break the pot, and he's like pissed at you. He's like, I was fine until you. He's like, I was fine until you ruined it for me. Like, but yeah, the dialogue is pretty funny. Some of the NPCs are actually pretty funny, and then there will be quests that kind of just organically happen. There's no checklist There's no waypoints. There's none of that. Everything you do is kind of organic. You'll just talk to somebody, and then you won't know that you got a quest. But they'll like tell you like, hey, I haven't spoken to my brother, and like because blah 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 happened, and we had a falling out, and then you'll like do something, and then it'll be like, oh, like now I need to go make up with my brother because this was a sign. Like it's stuff like that. Like everything happens organically. You don't have any quest logs or anything like that. You just kind of realize like, oh, man, what happens if I do this? And then boom, you complete a mission and then you get a reward out of it. And sometimes you don't even get a reward. Sometimes the NPCs just say, hey, you're cool for that. And then that's it. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with Big Hop. I was playing it all morning throughout my shift. Whenever I had any free time, I would just pick up the Switch and start playing. So yeah, Big Hops has been really good so far. Already better than Astrobot. Let's just talk about it. Let's not talk about it. No, I'm just playing. But I'm not playing. But yeah, Big Hops is a must-play for any 3D platformer fan. I don't see how anyone who's
Wait, it's already out?
It's out.
On the Switch?
It's out on Switch, on PlayStation.
Does it have a
Xbox,
Switch 2 port, or is
PC?
it a Switch 1?
It's Switch 1.
Oh.
But it's 60. It looks good.
Oh, wow.
So it is what it is. It could be a little sharper, I guess, but it still looks pretty good on the Switch.
Well, it's not a Switch 2 game,
yeah.
so...
And honestly, when I played the PC version, it doesn't look that far off when I played the demo on PC.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, also throwing stuff at the NPCs and watching them get mad is hilarious. Like you go into like a little slow-mo if you jump with something in your hands, and then you can just like slow-mo like you can just bullet time throw something at somebody. I haven't seen any enemies though. There haven't been any enemies in the game so far. So I don't know if there are any enemies. I don't think it'd be a problem if there wasn't, but I think it'd be cool if there was, because there's a lot of mechanics that would like be great for battle. So I'm hoping that they can be like, there's something that'll be utilized for it. But yeah, man, Big Hops is the wave until February 12th. I think that was, or February, whatever the fuck, whenever Demon Ties comes out. Big Hops is tentatively the greatest 3D platformer since Super Mario Odyssey until February.
Way Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh yeah, man, I forgot about Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Come on, bro.
It's the same team. It don't count. You can't usurp yourself.
Well, then you gotta say it's the greatest 3D platformer since Donkey Kong Bonanza, right?
It's the greatest not 3D Mario team game.
That's funny.
But also, there was a Humble Bundle, and it's still available right now. That had
with Big Hops?
No, with Demon Turf.
Oh.
And it was $10 along with some other 3D platformers, or platformers, not just 3D platformers.
Yeah.
And I never played Demon Turf because the art style always just did not do it for me. But in honor of Demon Ties coming out, I was like, you know what? I should just at least give this game a chance. And I was actually playing it right before the podcast. So I was in a tutorial area, just kind of getting the controls down, and it actually has a lot of the elements from Demon Ties, like a lot of that transferred over. The triple jump, the like sideways flip, the hover with the like the bat form hover, the double jump, everything was kind of there. It's just the dash wasn't like the dash isn't there. The like all the speed mechanics from like the snake form, the dash, those things are missing in this one, but the core platforming stuff is still there, which is pretty cool. And I actually like the art style a lot. Once I actually got to try it in game, it's not as jarring as I thought it would be with the like 2D kind of flat sprite in a 3D environment. Actually, it was pretty cool once you get in it. But yeah, this is definitely like the best part about it is just like seeing how well Fabraz just like evolved the game with Demon Tides. It's crazy that from one game to the other, they made something like so like it's so on another level. It's like crazy that this was the game right before Demon Tides. It was like, because most sequels don't evolve as much as Demon Tides did from Demon Turf, but they went really hard on the fucking sequel. But yeah. Demon Turf is still pretty fun mechanically. It's great. The voice acting is not like I thought. The voice actress was actually going to be the same. It is not the same voice actress as Demon Tides. It's definitely not as good. Like you can tell they had a little bit more money to spend on the voice acting budget with Demon Tides. Demon Tides feels like a Saturday morning cartoon, like, but this one felt like a YouTuber was playing her. So yeah, definitely upgraded on the voice acting, the cutscenes, the presentation, all of that has been upgraded substantially. But if you want something to play in the meantime, as far as 3D platformers, pick up that Humble Bundle, get Demon Tide or Demon Turf, and yeah, it's actually pretty good. I kind of do want to just finish it just because I want to see how she became the Demon Queen, because this is basically the story of how she became the Demon Queen, and then Demon Tides, she's already the Demon Queen. So yeah, so that's my whole 3D platformer kind of.
Hell yeah.
My 3D platformer era right now, and it's great. I love it.
That's awesome.
I didn't think we would be here in big 2026, but here we are. I did attempt a new game that was free on Epic, and I was like, you know what?
Did it run like shit? No, I'm just kidding.
No, that wasn't the issue. So my girl and my friend Will, we all picked up this game on Epic because it was the free game that they were giving out, and we're like, you know what, we should try this out. I remember when this game first came out, and I remember people talking about it was like Sea of Thieves in space, and I was like, okay, hold on, let's try this game out. It's called Wildgate. And supposedly, I think it was some of the developers from Rare that kind of made their own game. And I was like, you know what, let's try this out. I'm pretty sure it's cool. So we do the tutorial, which everyone had to do the tutorial separately, and then we were just kind of going through that. And I was like, okay, it's not bad. Like, tutorial was kind of boring, nothing too crazy. But we doing a tutorial, the game looks good. There's some like Portal style humor with the ship AI kind of like making jokes and everything. I was like, okay, like gunplay isn't too bad. There's the whole like repairing the ship when it's damaged thing that from Sea of Thieves, like you have to patch it up, you have to put out the fires and all this type of stuff. I'm like, okay, like it's cool. I'm like, all right. I'm pretty sure once we get into multiplayer, that's when it's going hit. Like it's going to really hit how good how good or bad the gameplay actually is. So we finished the tutorial after like 45 minutes of us all doing this. And then it's like, all right, time to find a match. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes pass in matchmaking. No match found. I'm like, bro, what the hell? I was like, I could have sworn that this game had, like, I thought this game had a following or like people were playing it. Let me go check the Steam numbers real quick just to see like what's going on, bro. It was
0 people.
It was sad. 27 people.
Ooh.
27 people was playing this game. And I'm like, bro, but like nobody else got on here because of the Epic Games store. Like it, nah, bro. No, nobody was playing this shit, bro. We got off that shit quick because we sit there for 20 minutes just trying to find a match. We realized it was not happening, so we gave up. But I thought that there would be like a PvE mode that you can just play. No, it has to be, you have to find a match with a PvP or else you're not able to play. So that was dumb.
Damn.
So we basically wasted our time, and then they were mad at me because I told them to download the game. And yeah, RIP.
It's all good.
So if you see Wildgate on sale on Steam or anything, do not pick that shit up. You're not finding a match, or you're gonna be waiting an hour to find a match, and it's not worth it, bro.
Yeah.
Give it up. Final Fantasy 1 came to Game Pass. I played that for a bit. And I've played Final Fantasy 1 like in my teens. Like I didn't play it when it was super relevant. I played it after Final Fantasy 7 type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it. But I was playing it today and I was bored out of my mind, not gonna lie. Yeah. Final Fantasy 1, revolutionary, great game. Even with the pixel remaster, yeah, I couldn't do it. I was like, you gotta start with Final Fantasy 3. That's basically where it's like, Final Fantasy 3 is where the Final Fantasy formula really kind of set itself. But 1 couldn't do it.
Maybe they'll all come.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's gonna happen. Like they did with the first Final Fantasy in Game Pass thing that they did. We're gonna see all of the pixel remasters slowly come to Game Pass throughout the year.
You know what that means? That means Microsoft's finally trickling them some money. But the game that you should try on Game Pass is Star Wars Outlaws, bro.
Oh yeah, I got that downloaded. You already know.
Hell yeah. I think I'm gonna download it too. Must see how it runs on the Radeon. You feel me?
But other than that, Fortnite got a South Park update. They haven't changed that much. Besides, they changed one area to be Cartman Land, and that's pretty fun. But other than that, it's been basically the same.
Cartman Land?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh no, actually, they added the Stick of Truth, and that's like the new special weapon.
That's awesome.
That drops randomly throughout in the match, and yet like whoever's the first one to go get it gets the stick of truth, and then they basically become OP for a little bit. I haven't got a chance to try it out, but I really want to. I love that they made the South Park like lore with them being added to Fortnite. It's all about the stick of truth. I love that they just made that canon.
That's awesome. Yeah. That game is fucking amazing. But I was actually talking to my coworkers about that game and how it's like one of those games that's like you never would guess that it's an Obsidian made game, you know? And I was telling them that, and they're like, "What?" And then I was like, honestly, it's probably like top 3 Obsidian games ever made.
Not even like top 3. It's not even debatable.
Yeah.
It's literally Fallout New Vegas. And then I would put Stick of Truth there. And then...
Yeah, Stick of Truth and then Outer Worlds, in my opinion.
I would say, I mean...
I would give it, because it got Game of the Year nominees, so...
I like Knights of the Old Republic, though. 2.
Oh, yeah, KOTOR.
Yeah,
KOTOR 2, yeah.
So I would
hella
put
forgot
that,
about that.
and then I would probably put Outer Worlds, even though I really didn't care for Outer Worlds 1, but I know people like that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually, I'm lying myself. I'm lying. Grounded is number 3. I'm
Grounded?
Sorry. Yeah. Grounded.
I mean, if you're going by player accounts and how much probably return on investment they made, it's probably Grounded number 1 for them.
For sure.
But yeah.
But that's all I've been playing.
It's sick, man.
A lot of yeah, I actually played a lot.
Yeah. Nothing first person. It's all third person stuff.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
But with that, let's go ahead and get into the On the Radar.
Yes, sir.
Which I had one and you had one because you had posted one that I liked.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, for sure. That's definitely one. Yeah.
Wait 1 second to pull this up. All right. So the first game for On the Radar is one that Subegos had put in the chat, and I fell in love instantly. This one is called Antivirus Survivors 2003 Professional. It sounds stupid, but it's actually pretty amazing. It's a survivors like that has this Windows 2000 or like Windows XP kind of art style to it. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me turn this music down. It's definitely nostalgia coded as fuck, but it works. But you play as like, you just have all of these Windows XP and just nostalgic kind of computer icons just flying through the screen. And I guess there's a virus and you're kind of supposed to be the antivirus trying to stop all of the what's it called? But there's like pop-ups happening. You got like there was a attack that was the DVD fucking logo that moves around the screen that like bounces off the edges. Like, this shit is sick as fuck. They had like Minesweeper as a weapon. Bro. All you kids, y'all don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all don't know what the fuck going on here, but you just have to be there. That's all I gotta say. But this game looks sick as hell. And then the second game on the radar is a Paper Mario inspired RPG called Escape from Ever After. and it's only a very short clip that they posted, but it is looking really good. Oh, that is the same thing. So it seems you play as one of your companions was a dragon. I guess you switch between them now that I think about it. But yeah, it has like a fantasy style, hence the ever after. But you're going through all these different worlds, and as you can see, it has the, what is it called? Active turn-based combat that's been basically revolutionized by the Paper Mario series. Has the Paper Mario art style. But I saw this, I was like, hell yeah. Anytime I see a Paper Mario inspired game like Bug Fables, I'm all for it. But those are the two on the radars.
So,
but this game is actually releasing on January 23rd, and you can wishlist it now. It is coming out next Friday, so
nice.
I never even heard of it before that. But with that, let's go ahead and get into some of the news. All right, let's just quickly, this one's gonna be a quick one. Talk about Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft coming together out of nowhere for an initiative on their commitment for safer gaming. And this is something that they did back in 2020 when crossplay first kind of popped off. I mean, when PlayStation finally joined the party and crossplay finally popped off. But now they've kind of they've basically updated their stance on this, and Xbox Wire was the first one to post it, and then PlayStation posted theirs after. Nintendo has not posted. Just letting y'all know, Nintendo is like, yeah, y'all can put us in there, but we not reposting y'all shit.
Maybe they'll post. We'll see.
They'll probably post. You know, they're just always behind.
Yeah.
They upload it still on dial-up. But Nintendo, this is from the Xbox Wire post. Nintendo, Sony, Interactive Entertainment, and Microsoft continue to collaborate to improve player safety across our platforms. We believe gaming is for everyone and strive to provide experiences that are positive and enjoyable for all, especially for our youngest players. We work to accomplish this by pursuing a multidisciplinary approach, integrating advanced technology, research-driven insights, supportive community efforts, and skilled human oversight. Since first announcing our shared commitment in 2020, we've partnered behind the scenes with Nintendo and Sony Interactive Entertainment on these efforts because we can accomplish more when we work toward the same goal. As we continue to invest in, adapt, and amplify our approaches to player safety, we have also evolved our shared principles to ensure they represent our constant efforts to keep our communities safe. Our latest shared principles reflect new innovations in player safety that have evolved with technological advancements and new ways in which we collaborate through key industry initiatives and with trade associations. Prevention. Empower players and parents to understand and control gaming experiences. We provide controls that let players customize their gaming experience. We support parents with the tools and information necessary to help them customize appropriate gaming experiences for their children. We recognize that for safety features to be useful, they must be easy to use and understand. We promote the availability of our safety tools and provide guidance on how to use them through our platform, support channels, services on our websites, and in retail stores to reach more players and parents. We inform our parents and players about our codes of conduct, terms of use to support positive gaming experiences for everyone. We enforce these policies through a variety of preventative and remedial measures. We design our products. Wait, where was I at? We design our products. Shit, I skipped. Now I don't know where I was at. Oh, sorry. We design our products with transparency and player empowerment at their core, aiming to make experiences that are intuitive and respect players' choice. All right, this is actually. But basically, you get the gist. They're working together on systems that kind of work in a cross-platform sense to keep players safe when they're online gaming, whether it's crossplay, whether it's just playing with Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox servers only. But mostly when it comes to crossplay, having something that kind of works even when the culprit is on a different platform, or which is something that we kind of saw them start in 2020, but now we're seeing them commit to it in 2026 as well. And cross-platform crossplay has grown substantially since then, and it's only going to keep growing, especially when Call of Duty comes to the Switch 2 in a few months. But honestly, it's nothing too crazy, nothing groundbreaking or anything, but it's always good to just see the big three kind of come together or it's just like, I guess you don't see it often, like all three coming together to talk about a certain, like, a subject like this. But are there any interesting takeaways from this that you saw, or?
Nah, nothing interesting other than it was interesting seeing like the three logos on both the PlayStation and Xbox sites for sure.
Yeah.
That was very, very interesting, and seeing them like being named too,
Yeah. But the thing that matters the most is that you can see that Nintendo Switch 2 is in the front on the logo. And it's the first one on the logo.
Well, it's red, blue, green, right? RGB?
It's RGB, not RBG. So it should be Xbox in the middle, but...
That's hella funny.
But, this is the ranking of the platforms, basically. Nintendo was like, yeah, you're not putting me on here unless I'm first. Like, damn, you so fucking petty. Put him up there.
Like, alright, fine. Damn.
But yeah, that was basically all it was. Nothing crazy. They're not gonna come together, form the Megazord that's gonna stop Steam or anything. But one day.
You know what? The other interesting thing that I noticed, like the other ones, it just says PlayStation and Xbox, but for Nintendo it says Switch 2. That's actually hella funny. Low key, this is an ad for Nintendo for the Switch 2, right? Just by putting that Switch 2 logo on there.
You know why the Switch 2 logo is there? Because they're like, what is a Switch 1? We don't do that anymore. We're not supporting that shit. We got 2 games coming to the Switch 1, and that's it.
And that's
y'all better get that Switch 2 now. PlayStation, like, hey, if y'all buy PS4, we still happy. Yeah. So yeah. But that was basically all that was. Let's move on to the next topic. And this one is actually kind of going under the radar, which is crazy, because usually when you hear layoffs and closed studios, that's usually big news. But instead, because of the platform that these game developers are developing for, people kind of just swept it under the rug. And that is Meta closing literally some of the best VR studios out there, who have made some of the best games in the space, including some that people who don't play VR might recognize from the olden days. Twisted Pixel from Explosion Man and Loco Cycle, but we don't talk about that. Wait, were they Loco Cycle? Or they did one of those launch games for Xbox that was terrible. It was either Crimson Dragon or Loco Cycle, but I remember them doing one of those and it was bad. But Twisted Pixel, they have been making VR games since they left Xbox or got closed by Xbox or sold by Xbox, whatever happened with Xbox. And now they no longer exist. Armature, another Xbox partner, Recore, Mighty Number 9. Nobody cares about that game, but yeah, Armature is now closed down as well. And Sanzaru, who made Asgard's Wrath, which is literally one of the highest selling and best MetaQuest games out there. So it's actually crazy that they were closed down. But talk about that real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah. So these three studios, the one game actually that made me sad was because Senzero Games made Sly 4, and that's a great sequel in the Sly series. I remember playing it on the PS Vita and the PS3 because it had that cross-buy thing going on back in the day. So yeah, Senzero Games, Sly 4. It's sad because they were talented. I still haven't played anything for VR, but I have definitely played that game and I know it's good. But yeah, I was just talking about how good Sly 4 was from Senzero, you feel me?
Oh, I forgot that they did that.
Yeah, their best game.
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's the only game that I've played from them, so, but I know it's hella good, and it makes me sad. And I think that Sony probably should have acquired them when they had the chance.
Yeah. Armature, we needed that Recore too. That's never happening now.
I think that was back then when they were more like gun shy for acquisitions. And then they just started to acquire whatever, and then they started to mess up everything with their acquisitions.
Yeah.
Funny.
And yeah, man. But Twisted Pixel was also the one who made Deadpool VR, which literally won best VR game of the year last year, which is crazy. Like, hey, we just won the best VR game of the year, and it actually sold pretty decently for a VR game. Obviously, VR games are not selling crazy like they would on other platforms, but I think that's a part of the issue and why these layoffs are happening in the first place, is that Meta's funding literally some of the best games in the industry, the VR industry, and they're not really seeing a return as much as, say, an Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo would see for their first party, or like EA, Ubisoft, all these other. But how else are you gonna grow your platform and the VR industry as a whole if you don't have great content, or you're not funding great content to the platform? But that wasn't the end of it, because literally right before the podcast, we got another studio closure. And guess what? It's also from Meta, and it's another team that has made excellent games. The creators of Iron Man VR and Batman Arkham Shadows, which Batman Arkham Shadows has been used to sell the MetaQuest 3 this whole time because of how good it was.
It's awful, man.
And has been bundled because that was the system seller. And people praised it as like, yeah, if you've been missing the Batman Arkham because of Suicide Squad and all of this, at least you can play something that is like feels like Batman Arkham, even in VR, but it's in VR. Like, and they closed down Camouflage. That is the name of the studio. So, yeah, man, Meta is fucking up right now, and I like closing them down is just crazy. Sell them off. Let them become independent. Closing down 4 of the premier VR developing studios in one fell swoop is basically just asking to kill VR gaming as a whole.
Yeah,
because
pretty much.
I'm like, who's left outside of Valve who's gonna take another 10 years for their next VR game?
Yeah,
Unless Half-Life 3 is VR.
it is a VR game. That'd be crazy. Imagine
People
they're
would be
like, this
so
is
pissed.
a Steam frame exclusive.
Bro, people would be so pissed. And I would love it, actually. I would love for that to be the case. But there's Valve, and then in the AAA space, who like there's really nobody else. It's a lot of indies who are making some decent games, decent experiences, but no one's making those big AAA VR experiences because Meta bought all of the ones who were making it, and now they're closing down all of them. Like, this shit don't make no damn sense. I don't understand what they were expecting out of this, but you know, the shareholders, the numbers when the spreadsheets come out, these people, these studios, the games that they made, none of that shit matter. It's, they look at the money, they say it ain't adding up, and then that's the end of whoever. But it sucks because VR needs more time. If VR had more titles like that, like on a consistent basis, like a Batman Arkham Shadows, like a Asgard's Wrath, like a Half-Life Alyx, instead of these kind of tech demos that are made by indie developers and fans and one-man teams, because that's basically the only people supporting VR at this point. VR will be in a completely different space, and that's why it's gonna have to be Nintendo. As I said before, Nintendo, I'm gonna give it 3 years. You're gonna slip that Switch 2 into a VR dock headset, and that's gonna be the best VR platform we've ever seen. You're gonna see so much support for VR. But until then, VR might be kind of fucked for a bit. But how do you feel about the VR space and the chances of VR ever not being a niche?
Yeah, I don't know, man, because it doesn't seem like it's widely adopted, you know, like even in the sense of like the Wii, where it's like people looked at the Wii and they're like, oh my god, this is cool. But it's like, no, not like everyday people are looking at a VR headset and being like, oh, I want to wear that, you know what I'm saying? So they gotta, I don't know, I think they just gotta keep on trying to appeal to casuals more and in just ways that remove barriers. So I don't know if that means making it, instead of a headset, it's just literally a pair of glasses or something, you know? I don't know if that's, yeah, that could be an idea. Yeah, that's literally the only idea.
I think the headset is the barrier.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes down to it, people don't want to put the headset on, don't want to be like, it is immersive, but I don't think people, like casuals, don't want to be that immersed, you know? AR glasses, if they can bring those type of experiences to AR glasses, but people are still like just a big screen and people are still able to see, and you can still have the motion controls because people still love motion controls. Like we saw the next playground. People love some motion controls. We see Nintendo Switch Sports. People still love that, but it's the whole headset thing, and then and also the fact that there's people who have experienced VR in some capacity, and the only thing that they remember is motion sickness. And VR has come a long way since then. A lot of people who used to get motion sick, if you try some of these newer headsets, you don't get that feeling as much anymore because they've improved a lot of those things that made you sick, including myself. I used to get sick playing VR, especially the PlayStation VR. That shit used to fuck me up, but it was worth it for super hot VR. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put up with it. But yeah, a lot of people had that experience, and that's what they remember when they think of VR, and they're like, why would I upgrade? Why would I play any more VR games if I'm just gonna get sick? Like, so yeah, the stigma is there, and just the lack of quality software on a consistent basis, and it's just too much of a barrier for even hardcore gamers. But hopefully the technology just keeps improving. They don't give up on it, and we get to that point where you just put on some sunglasses and then boom, it's all gravy. But that's all I really gotta say on this topic. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Nah, other than that's a lot of talented developers. Honestly, it's really not looking great for VR because even Sony is like just letting their PSVR 2 out to die. And
they did that.
And Apple's VR headset's like $4,000, so no one wants to buy that shit. And then I don't know, man. Like, I've been seeing videos and it looks cool. Like, people be like going like that and like putting stuff on the screen. Like, it's like Iron Man, but Jarvis. But
yeah,
I don't know. Like, I've always wanted to try it. It looks cool. Like, the idea of just chilling back and just having like a big ass screen watching something and you can be anywhere doing that. That sounds awesome. So we'll see. I think the technology just has to mature a little bit. But I don't know. I don't really trust Meta with anything. I kind of wish Sony bought Senzaru. I'm still in the mindset of that,
Yeah, Meta might be moving towards the glasses, the AR glasses, because they've been pushing that a lot. And like I said, my girl has never had any interest in VR, and she tried the Meta glasses once in Best Buy, and she was like, "Oh, I want that." So it's probably gonna be the closest thing to a widely adopted VR headset, if like the X-Reels, the Lucid, what is it called? Lucid? No, not Lucid. That's the car. I forgot the other big brand, but there's like three big ones. There's Meta, there's X-Reel, and then there's one that starts with an L, and I can't remember what it's called. I remember looking. Virtue. This does not start with an L at all. Virtue is the other one. So those are like the three big ones in the AR glasses space. I think all of them you can like put your own prescription and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that's gonna be the one that actually pops off. Not as immersive, but it's as good as it's gonna get. Just add some motion controllers to that, and yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move All right, let's get to one of the big topics. Let's talk about the Xbox Developer Direct and a leak that happened for one of the games that will be included in the show. So, as we already knew, the Developer Direct is happening this January, but it has been officially announced since the last time we spoke, and the games are not what I thought it. I mean, 2 out of 4, or I guess we predicted 4. 2 of them are there, but one is not what anyone really expected. But let's get into the Xbox Wire post. 2026 is going to be an incredible year for Xbox players. You might even call it a fabled year. Good one, Joe Screbbles, Xbox Wire editor-in-chief. To celebrate, we're kicking it off with the 4th installment of our Developer Direct broadcast on January 22nd, bringing you news, new gameplay, and insights directly from the incredible teams working on titles coming this year. Presented by the game creators themselves, Developer Direct will once again give you an inside look at not just the games, but the studios working to bring them to life. Fittingly, for Xbox's 25th anniversary year, that includes the return of some of our most legendary franchises, which rub shoulders with a brand new title from one of Japan's most beloved studios. The show includes not 1 but 2 titles from Playground Games, with the UK studio bringing us a first extended look at Fable, as well as the debut gameplay for Forza Horizon 6. We'll also be taking a trip to Tokyo to visit the legendary Game Freak, offering a first in-depth look at Beast of Reincarnation, which we revealed at Xbox Game Showcase last year. You can tune in at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. blah, blah, blah to see all. So here are the descriptions for each game. Fable. Playground Games welcomes players back to the fairy tale land of Albion with the first in-depth look at Fable, one of 2026's most anticipated titles. Devs from the Playground team will unveil the magic and mischief that awaits players in this fresh new beginning for the franchise, including a first look at some stunning new gameplay. Of course, the core themes of Fable will all be there: choice, consequence, drama, action, British humor, and of course, chickens. All reimagined for existing fans and new players alike. Forza Horizon 6, the Forza team from Playground Games will share a deep dive on the much anticipated Forza Horizon 6 as the open world racer takes players to the beautiful and contrasting landscapes of Japan. The segment will deep dive into a very first look at gameplay, including reveals of new features and how Japan comes to life in a stunning new installment. Wait, Forza Horizon is actually getting new features after 6 entries? I'm just kidding.
We could talk about that later. It's okay.
Beast of Reincarnation. Join us as we delve into Game Freak's intense one-person, one-dog action RPG. For the first time, Game Freak will reveal details of our protagonist Emma's innovative plant manipulation actions and gameplay with her canine companion Ku. In Beast of Reincarnation, a profound and dangerous world unfolds in post-apocalyptic Japan. Discover the development secrets behind its creation in Developer Direct. Okay. Now, first, the big elephant in the room. Where the fuck is Gears? Like, I thought there was a better chance that we wouldn't see Fable, but we would see Gears. Like, I thought Gears and Forza Horizon 6 were shoo-ins. And then I was like, Halo, like, what else could they show from Halo? It's a remake of the first game. Unless they were like pulling up with the multiplayer. I was like, okay, yeah. Halo was kind of like 50-50. Fable was like a 75-25 for me. I was like, most likely it's gonna be there, but there's definitely a chance that it could not make it. But I thought Gears was a shoo-in. I'm like, where the fuck is Gears E-Day at? Do you feel the same, or did you feel like?
Yeah, I mean, there's if you think about it, there's a lot missing here. like Clockwork. Even though that got a big showcase last year, so it's like maybe it doesn't even need one anymore. Now it just needs a date. Maybe it could be that situation. But I don't know. As you're saying, Gears, State of Decay. There's a lot here, but maybe they're saving some things for their showcase for the summer. I could also imagine that they don't really need a long like build up time for Gears. I can imagine that like a 3-month thing could work for that game. Well, I mean, it's already been announced, so it's like we know about it. But I'm saying like 3 months from like showcasing gameplay to like announcing a trailer and a date and all that, and launching the game. But that'd be a cool little drop. Like maybe it could be they show the gameplay off. Maybe the showcase opens with like 10 minutes of Gears gameplay, and it's like the most like mind-blowing, like earth-shattering Unreal Engine slop thing ever made. Not
like that Uncharted 4 gameplay that opened up the PlayStation showcase in like 2016, 2015, I think 2015 maybe.
The one where their like controller died or whatever.
Yeah. I remember I was talking so much shit. I was like, yeah, trash ass game, can't even play. And then they started playing the game, and I was like, damn, I can't talk.
That's hella funny. Yeah. I actually really like that they used to do their like IRL, like in real time demos. That was the one thing I missed from the early, the early E3 days, or I guess the late E3 days, or even the middle ones, when they had like the PS Move showcase and the Kinect showcase, and they're actually on stage doing all that shit. Like I remember in real time, like, you know, when we were watching, it's like, damn, this sucks. But it's like looking back on it, it's like I kind of missed that, you know. It's like
never get over the fucking Just Dance performances, bro. That shit used to piss me off so much, bro. The Wii Music one was also atrocious. We used to get some crazy shit on stage, and people were not embarrassed for whatever reason, even though they should have been.
I think that's what I miss, is the people being shameless. But yeah, I can see that. Like in June they show 10 minutes of Gears, and then they at the end of it they're like September 20 something or whatever, you know, September 22nd or some shit. Yeah. It's out in 3 months. Get it on Game Pass, blah blah, and PlayStation, and coming to Switch and later, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, there's things missing. I know that there's definitely gonna be one more thing in this Dev Direct,
which we kind of already have an idea of what it's gonna be.
Yeah, what is secret nowadays, you know?
Yeah. Like at least Ninja Gaiden 4 it was like a last minute leak, but as soon as this shit was announced, people were already like, oh yeah, this is what it is. But I like when it's a surprise, when the surprise is actually a surprise. Although I guess it was actually a
surprise last year, because we had the two. It was the Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
Yeah, no one saw that Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. But yeah, that was crazy. But maybe we will get another game that kind of gets boomed out of nowhere. Maybe
they'll be.
Well, should we say what the game is?
Go for it.
Yeah, so supposedly it's gonna be Kiln, which has been in development over at Double Fine for a while. This was the multiplayer one, right?
Yeah, it's like a multiplayer project or something.
Yeah.
I actually think it might be like Killin. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's spelled Kiln, but I think it might be like
pronounced
Killin. I don't know. Yeah.
But you know, would it be in Double Fine? Maybe Double Fine because Double Fine has remastered games before, and there's a game that would really do well with a remaster that's Double Fine, and that is Psychonauts 1. Now, what
I
if
think
they
that
show
game
off
would take a
Kiln,
remake.
and then boom, Psychonauts 1 remaster or remake, Shadow Drop.
Ooh. And Tim's like, this is my project that I've been working on.
Like, a full remake would be crazy with some of the improvements in Psychonauts 2 thrown into the world of Psychonauts 1 and the story. Yeah, bro. I already got to talk about this with Scramble Nights because I just saw it happen on screen. We were on the boat, and before anybody could even jump off the boat, like while it was sailing, the boat glitched and everybody got thrown off the boat. The boat disappeared. Everybody just started swimming. Like, what the fuck just happened? And then I went into a dungeon and I went into an infinite loop, just falling. So yeah, that game was buggy as hell. But yeah, Psychonauts 1 remake or remaster, even just like with the UE4 that they were using with Psychonauts 2. Was it UE4?
It was, yeah. Psychonauts 2 was UE4.
I mean, even a UE5, but a UE5 remake with Psychonauts, ooh. But I forgot that all UE5 games look exactly the same and they have the same walking animation. Did you see that tweet?
No, I haven't seen that.
This guy, I think Clobril had posted something about Fable, and he like posted like the gameplay clips that we had saw during the Xbox podcast. And then some dude was like, look at that Unreal Engine 5 walking animation that you always see.
That's hella funny.
And they're like, it's not even Unreal Engine 5, you dumbass.
The funniest thing is the games that coin that like over the shoulder stuff are all like proprietary engine games, like Uncharted and Decima and with Witcher. Like Horizon and Witcher with the red engine.
This motherfucker was like, look at that UE5, like everybody clowned the fuck out of him. And then he was like, he tried to backtrack. He was like, oh, what I meant is that games have the same walking animation. It's not that it's Unreal Engine 5. Like, nigga, you said UE5 walking animation. Get the fuck out of here.
That's some Smash JT behavior if I've ever seen it,
bro. But yeah, that was kind of hilarious, not gonna lie. But I'm really excited to see, like, we've seen a little bit more substantial gameplay than what they were showing them trailers. Thanks to the Xbox podcast, they showed like 2-second clips instead of 1-second clips.
Yeah.
But I want to see a whole quest take place. I want to see the interactions with the people of Albion. Like, what does that look like? I want to see that multiplayer that's been kind of hinted at, but never really talked about.
Mm-hmm.
If it's still there, because it seems Xbox keeps trying to get away from multiplayer for whatever reason.
Yeah, even though that's like their bread and butter, and it's like if they did more multiplayer stuff, they'd get more engagement, you know?
I'm gonna say it. If Avowed would have came out as the multiplayer game that it was supposed to be, that game it wouldn't have had 5,000 people concurrent. It would have had 20,000 concurrent. I don't know.
Facts.
But who am I? Just the Xbox.
Bro, the story was so bad in Avowed. The story was so bad in Avowed that they could have just did that.
Bro, multiplayer
and just disregarded the story.
Guess what? If you play a multiplayer with your friends, it don't matter how bad the story is. It don't matter how bad, because guess what? The gameplay was fun, and being able to chain magic, like someone's doing magic, someone's doing like big ass sword melee, someone's shooting arrows from the back. Bro, Avowed could have been something special. Instead, it was a great gameplay focused adventure game and not a great like story based RPG, narrative based RPG.
Yeah.
But I digress. Fable, There's always been these rumors about Fable having this Drivatar like drop in, drop out co-op, but you'd also be able to see other heroes kind of just pop up into your game, like Drivatar is in Forza. And I hope to God that is true. I hope that that's true, because since Fable 2 and 3, and the Xbox Live Arcade Fable game, like there's only 2 Fable games that had no multiplayer, and that's Fable 1, because it was kind of the start. They didn't really implement it at that time, and Fable the Journey, which was a Connect game. There was really no way of implementing multiplayer into that one. But every Fable game, even the canceled Legends, which was completely multiplayer focused, but at the very least Fable 2 and 3 had co-op, and that's all I want. I want some co-op, bro. Just give me my co-op. Even I'll even take, if y'all
You're gonna get co-op, bro. You're gonna get co-op in Forza Horizon 6.
Nah, I want Fable to have co-op, because I love
in Japan, bro. In Japan,
I love playing Fable in co-op. Like I played Fable 2 completely in co-op with Morris, and that shit was fun as hell.
Bro, no, I know. In Fable, I played Fable 3 in co-op, and that shit was fun. And Fable 3 sucked.
Yeah, Fable 3 did suck,
and it was still fun.
But I hope that the rumors are true and they didn't scrap that idea, because it's such a good idea. Like, it's a mix of like Dragon's Dogma, where you see the heroes in the world and you're like doing a quest, and then a random player hero would come and help you fight some Wolverines, and that would be sick as fuck. But then if you want to do that full co-op, which Dragon's Dogma should have had but it didn't, then you have that option to just fully co-op with your friends and explore Albion together doing quests. Like that's all I want, bro. But yeah, I want some form of co-op, even if it's not that fully realized vision. Give me something. What are you expecting from Fable? Like, I did like.
Do you want me to say a troll answer or a real answer?
Both.
Troll answer, Witcher 3. Real answer, Witcher 4. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know, man, because you know me, like I tried to play Fable 2. I actually looked at remember I was having issues with it. I was looking at just like what was going on, and I wasn't alone in the issues. Like people were saying that it's something with the back compat with Fable 2 specifically, because it's because I think Fable 1 is like Unreal Engine like 3 remake of the first game, but the first 2 games are like, or the first 3 games are like in like proprietary engines or something like that. I don't know. It was confusing, but just the way that the Series X and S do the back compat for Fable 2, it's just broken, and they haven't fixed it.
Yeah.
But I tried to get into it, and I've played Fable 3 back in the day. I was actually trying to see how many achievements I unlocked in that game. But what I'm expecting, honestly, I'm expecting a very beautiful, story-driven game. They're just one. This is gonna be their just one. This is gonna be that fucking Uncharted or Horizon or Ghost of Tsushima. This is gonna be their 88, 89 Metacritic game that fucking, it looks gorgeous and people are gonna clip to Oblivion, to Albion.
But I thought Hellblade 2 was supposed to be that. I thought Hellblade 2 is their just one. What happened to that?
Nah. Okay, so I looked at, I seen how many achievements I have in Fable 3. I have 455 Gs out of 1250, so not that much, but I've beaten the game.
I ain't beat that shit. As soon as I became the king, and they were like, yeah, bro, either be a horrible person and make money so that you can save everybody, or be a great king But then
Yeah.
everyone dies. I said, y'all not about to get me with that bullshit. I just gave up.
Bro, you want to see this last achievement I unlocked? It says, "You can't bring me down. You got all the way to the end without being knocked out. Well, there was a time in the desert." And that's worth 50 Gs. So I beat the game without getting killed. Let's
Nice.
go.
So yeah, I do like, because my main issue with what they have been showing of Fable is that they didn't show anything that made Fable Fable, except for that one instance of her kicking the chicken. But this article, like the Xbox Wire article, basically kind of said everything that I needed to hear.
Except for the co-op thing.
Besides the co-op. And that was the core themes of Fable will all be there. Choice, consequence, drama, action, British humor, which we kind of already saw the British humor.
Oh
And
yeah,
of course,
that first
chickens.
trailer where everyone's like, "Oh, this isn't gameplay," and then the devs came out and were like, "Oh yeah, no, it actually is." Where like she was small and like going through the little house thing.
Yeah.
I thought that interaction was funny.
Yeah, and it was actually a really big comedian in Britain, UK,
Yeah.
England. I don't know what's it called.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a
Across
really
the
big
pond.
comedian over there. So that was actually a really good get. But even like the second trailer, it had, like, you can tell that they were, even like the NPCs are gonna have funny commentary and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So the humor was definitely there since the beginning, but like the choice consequence is a big part of it. The whole morality angle is always a big part of Fable, always has been. And that's where I'm like, I don't see anything that shows that there's gonna be morality involved.
Yeah.
There was kind of something at the end of the second trailer. Let me actually put that on. That kind of gave a sense that, I forgot what happened, but you were like after somebody, like y'all were chasing down somebody who was the hero before you, I guess. But yeah, this trailer, the Xbox Showcase 2024.
That's when they last showed Fable.
Yep, 2024. Well, they had the Xbox podcast footage, like the gameplay footage that they showed.
That was last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like, there was the former hero guy who was kind of narrating, and then he was talking about you thought that he was talking about you the whole time, and like how you're the new hero, but then it turns out there was somebody else that he was talking about, like he was a retired hero. But one thing that we don't have to worry about is the game looking good. Like that should be the last thing that people have to worry about with this game, because this game looks fucking ridiculous. Especially the part in Albion, or I guess not in Albion, but the city, when you just see the NPCs just living their life and it looks natural and dense, and there's just so much going on, which reminds me of The Witcher 3, one of the things that Witcher 3 really did well. But one thing that I want to see is, does Teresa show up in this Fable? Because she's been kind of the background force for each hero that kind of puts them into action since the first game, she was the sister of the hero, and then she just kind of kept appearing as a deity of some sort. But I wonder if she shows up in this one. Also, I don't understand, is this a sequel? You know? Is this a sequel? Is this a reboot of the entire story? Like, Jack of Blades never happened. The first Hero of Albion never happened. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are they continuing the story of Fable, and this is just a new hero in the long line of heroes, or maybe like somewhere in the middle? Or are they just rebooting the story entirely and it's just going on a completely different lore?
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully, they explain all this stuff in the dev direct. That'd be nice. They can be like, yeah, we announced this game back in 2019, and yes, we're actually finally showing like real footage with actual HUD, hopefully. But yeah, this is all what it's about. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, they have. I'm pretty sure in the dev direct games. No.
Sometimes, I guess it depends. Did we see the HUD in South of Midnight during the?
I feel like we did. But I mean, regardless, I'm saying like without cutting, you know, they're definitely gonna, or I should stop saying definitely. Hopefully, they show us footage without a lot of cuts.
Yeah, we'll see 10 seconds of gameplay and then
10 seconds or more. Yeah.
But
yeah,
let's see.
Bro, I think the only real gameplay footage they've shown here.
Okay, South of Midnight did have the HUD.
That's awesome. Also, it's minimalistic, just like I don't know, like a health bar and like your potions or some shit.
Yeah,
and you can kind of figure it out all on your own.
Hopefully the map doesn't look like Forza Horizon, because that map is fucking disgusting. I hate looking at the map in Forza Horizon 5 because it's just like, bro, I thought Ubisoft was bad. No, this is on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
So
that's that UI slop.
Exactly. But yeah, hopefully something minimalistic. Hopefully they go for organic quests instead of checklists. They have a lot of devs from CDPR and a lot of devs from like
everywhere. They got so many RPG talent. They got so much RPG talent.
I would hope that they would learn from some of the devs that do it right. But I'm really excited, bro. Like it feels surreal that we're actually about to see this shit after rumors.
How long it's been?
After 2020 getting the first announcement, and then rumors dating all the way back to like 2018 of this damn game existing.
Didn't it get announced in 2019?
No, it got announced in 2020 with the first Xbox Series X showcase.
Okay.
But yeah, man. But that's enough about Fable. Let's talk about the other Playground Games game that is definitely going to be the big bank for Xbox next year, as most of these games are. Yeah, this year. As most of the time these games are, and that is Forza Horizon 6. And this might be even more so than others, because this has been the most requested region in every single time, probably since Forza Horizon 3. The dream has always been Japan, and it seems that, I shouldn't say it seems, they are going to Japan. They've already announced and confirmed that, and I'm excited, but I'm very cautiously excited about Forza Horizon 6, because although it is going to Japan, which I've wanted that forever, and I love Forza Horizon, I also do not want Forza Horizon 5 again, just a different area.
Yeah,
I need them to figure out a new formula of some kind, because they have been doing this Forza Horizon formula like with no real improvements. Like the seasons improved, like it's been like, oh, season like 4 has the seasons, and that's really cool, but mission structure wise, gameplay wise, map design, UI design, all of that shit is still the same.
Yeah.
5, well, there was really nothing new with 5, honestly. Even the DLC wasn't new. They went back to Hot Wheels. They went back to Lego. Like even the DLC didn't have anything like new and fresh. But it was just so beautiful because this new engine and everything, they just improved on the graphics a lot. So what I don't want is, oh, look how beautiful this game is, and look at Japan, and this is amazing, we love Japan, and look at this map filled with fucking event clutter and bullshit. RPG elements is still here. You unlock a new car every 5 seconds, and you gonna race a bullet train that's on top of a helicopter that's inside of a spaceship, and that's Forza Horizon 6, which is exactly what we got with Forza Horizon 5. So like, not that I'm not even saying that if they did that I would still play the shit out of it, so it's not like the gameplay is bad, but I do want something new. I want it to feel fresh. I want it to feel new.
Yeah.
And I hope that they really get into what makes Japanese car culture special, which would be the drifting.
Yeah.
Like, I want that to be a big part of it. The night life, like the night side drifting shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope they improve the drifting mechanics to kind of meet what we would expect from like a Japanese drifting. I want some initial D shit, bro. And I need, the soundtrack better not be trash, bro. The soundtrack better not be trash, because that Forza Horizon 5 soundtrack is the most gutter ass trash that I've ever heard in my life. Not one bop on the entire radio station. If I don't hear deja vu, I've been feeling this way before. Like, if I don't hear no fucking deja vu, if I don't hear no
Sky.
bro, I need that gas. I need fucking, I forgot his name. Dave, I forgot his name. But he better be in the damn soundtrack. If they don't got him in the soundtrack, y'all are already fucked up. But I better not be hearing. And then, okay. Third, that festival bullshit, I know it's gonna be there. but we need to do something about the festival shit. Though the dialogue, the interactions between the people, that happy-go-lucky bullshit that y'all got going on, please tone it down, remove it, do something else. Like, that shit is annoying. It's disgusting. It's not fun. It's not funny. It's not cute. I don't know I don't know anyone who actually plays Forza Horizon. They're like, man, I just love the Horizon, like the Horizon Festival shit, and I love the dialogue between the characters and their jokes. No, nobody says that shit.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's what the new features are. Yeah, I mean the only thing that I would like to see is the Toge mountain races. That'd be cool. There's YouTube videos all over if you guys are interested in seeing them. But yeah, that'd be sick. Hopefully that's the intro. It's like you're gonna be racing down the mountain. I'm actually curious about how
that'd be
much.
A good intro. That'd be super difficult for a newcomer.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like if they just make it so it's like an open road or something, or it's like there's gonna be like no other NPCs during it. I don't know. But what's it called? What was I gonna say? Fuck, I forgot. It's Oh, I remember. I wonder how much of Japan is gonna be in it, because Japan's actually pretty fucking big. Yeah. So.
I mean, I think they're gonna do the highlight merge like they did with Mexico. You just take the most iconic bits, like you get Shibuya and you get Shibuya in there. You get, obviously you see Mount Fuji in the background. You're gonna have to be able to go to Mount Fuji. Like, you can't, if you could climb a volcano in Forza Horizon 5, you should be able to get on top of Mount Fuji. Obviously, the mountain you're just talking about, I just blinked on the name all of a sudden. And then they have to have like Osaka, they like all the big places. If they're gonna have a snow area, Hiroshima is gonna be that most likely. If they're gonna do like tropical beach area, Okinawa would probably be in there as well.
Yeah.
Just merge the greatest hits of Japan into a map.
Ooh, man, I'm so excited.
But yeah, either way, I want that same feeling that I got when I saw Forza Horizon 5 for the first time, and they were showing the like grass, and then I was like, man, why are they showing like real life footage of this desert and this grass? Like, where are they gonna show some gameplay? And then I realized that was fucking gameplay. Yeah, that shit was crazy. It's still wild to me that Forza Horizon 5 on the old engine looks better than Forza Motorsport on the new engine that they were potent for so long. Mm-hmm. But maybe that's why Playground Games is still here in Turn 10, got turned into a support studio. But
got turned into no, but it's funny if you think about it. Like, this is gonna be the first Forza Horizon game that's not on Xbox One.
Yes. Which I really don't care. Like, I wouldn't have cared if it was on Xbox One, because they still have one of the best looking games.
Nah, I would care, bro.
They still have one of the best looking games of this generation, and it was on the Xbox One.
Yeah, but still, like.
Hold on, let me check the door real quick.
Oh, you're good. But I'm super excited for Forza Horizon 6. It's in my top 5 games, my top 5 most anticipated games of the year. I've been super hyped for it. I hope they highlight the Japanese car manufacturers in this game. So I hope they have more of the models from, Toyota and Honda and all that. Because I don't know if they ever added like a lot of the different, like, I know they have some of the older models, like they have the 86 obviously in Forza Horizon 5, and I'm pretty sure on the market it's like super expensive, but I just hope they have all the models. I hope they have Toyota Camrys and Toyota Corollas. That'd be sick. Souping up modern like regular vehicles into being sports cars. That's the type of shit I want to do in Japan in Forza Horizon 6 for sure. But yeah, I do hope they change up the formula for the game. It's like they have like the street races, and then they have like the mountain races, or like the off-road races, and then they have like, hopefully they have like drift races and stuff. I don't know. We'll see how they change up the formula. But overall, I'm just super excited. It's in my top 5 most anticipated of the year. The game's gonna be sick. It's gonna be great.
Goddamn Jehovah's Witnesses, man.
Oh, that's hella funny. You're good. It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great. No PS5 day one, but it'll be there.
All right. What I was gonna say. We know Turn 10 is kind of not Turn 10 anymore, and Forza Motorsport is basically non-existent. But there's still some Turn 10 left, and they're kind of in support mode. What do you think about the first DLC for Forza Horizon 6 being a motorsport update that basically transforms Forza Horizon 5 into that competitive on-track motorsport game? Like, merging the games instead of having the separate releases.
Mm-hmm. No, that's that's probably what they're gonna do. Maybe that's the new feature. Maybe the feature is, oh, you guys like the simulation racing? We have a whole mode for that.
We got a mode for you.
Facts.
It's called Xbox 360.
It's called Forza Motorsport.
But yeah, I can see that down the line happening. I don't like Motorsport, the franchise might not be happening anymore, but I think they know that there's a fan base who wants that motorsport gameplay. So maybe that's how they'll work that in, and then it kind of works out for them because they don't have to split the fan base. Although I feel like most people who liked motorsport were there for Horizon, but most people who liked Horizon were not there for motorsport. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. But Forza is probably the one that you least have to worry about. I feel like the chances of it being bad or even disappointing is kind of like, it's gonna be hard for them to make a disappointing release.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is their surefire hit of the year.
Yeah. And that's why whenever I see people talk about, oh, Fable's canceled, I'm like, bro, as long as they make Forza Horizon, they can take another 2 years to make Fable, because Forza Horizon is gonna sell enough to cover the cost.
Yeah.
So, like, Playground is probably the one that has the least to worry about, because they actually make money, which is, you can't really say about every Xbox studio. Mm-hmm. Real money, not Xbox financial report money. Like, they can put the money on the table, spread it out, and be like, this is what I made from my game. You see this?
Yeah.
Especially after them PS5 numbers on Forza Horizon 5. 300 million in revenue, 5 million copies sold. When's the last time PlayStation sold 5 million copies? Spider-Man 2? Nah, Ghost of Yotei will probably hit that.
Yeah,
this year.
I think Ghost of Yotei has hit 5 mil, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
But yeah.
Yeah, I've even heard that Astrobot is stagnated at like somewhere around like, I think it's like 4.2 or 4.3 or something like that. Like it's that the sales of that game have like fell off a cliff after one game a year. Like it got that initial boost for like that month or two, and then it just dipped. Like, and they still haven't ported it.
Reminder that It Takes Two sold like 15 million in the same time. Just saying. Not 15
It Takes
million.
Two has 27
like
million.
Yeah, but it hit like 10 million like months after it won Game of the Year.
Yeah.
So just
it's all good though. It's all good.
But now let's talk about the tag along.
The freaky boys.
Yeah. Them freaky ass motherfuckers who tagged along. They just showed up out of nowhere. Nobody invited them. They just showed up.
Bro, imagine they're like driving in Forza Horizon 6 and then they pull up to like a building and they're like, oh, this is Game Freak's building, and then it transitions to Beast and Reincarnation. That'd be crazy.
I was thinking that they really should go from like Forza Horizon 6 in Tokyo, like showing off Tokyo in Forza Horizon 6 and then go straight into Game Freak. But yeah, so Game Freak is here. Anyways,
moment of
Game
silence.
Freak, we don't want to see your ass. We don't want to see you unless you are showing off. Like, we don't want to see you until February 27th. That's the only time of the year that I want to see Game Freak.
Thanks.
And you here showing off this damn Souls-like game, Beast of Reincarnation, which we saw at the Xbox Showcase this year, coming to Game Pass day one. So that's good. It's at least better than showing off Visions of Mana, which was not in Game Pass.
Yeah,
and was not
came
an
like 2 years later.
It was not an exclusive. So at the very least, this is coming to Game Pass. So I'll give them a pass for that. But when we first saw it, the frames was looking like Scarlet
Super
and Violet.
choppy.
But graphically, the game looked good. The art style looks pretty good. But you know how I feel about these Souls-likes. Like, if it's not Elden Ring level, I really could care less. And the fact that in the announcement they were like, "This is a Souls-like, not an action game. It's a Souls-like," and I'm like, okay. But supposedly they have something else to show off with this plant manipulation thing that she has. But maybe they'll win me over. Maybe they'll show something that makes me go, "Oh shit. Okay, Game Freak. I wasn't familiar with your game." Like Shaq meme.
I mean, I feel like if it was a Souls-like, wouldn't it say it in the description?
I mean, they announced it as a Souls-like when they showed it in the Xbox Wire. Not in this Xbox Wire, but on the Xbox Showcase. Because I remember doing a report. I mean, I did an article on it when it was announced. Actually, let me just pull up my article.
Beast of Reincarnation. You know, I'm willing to be swayed by it.
I mean, it's in Game Pass, so you know, I have nothing to lose.
Maybe this is gonna be the game that comes out like soonish, like their first quarter game.
Yeah, I remember right. I wrote about how people were like, "Why doesn't Pokemon look like this?"
Yeah.
So yeah, and I believe I linked the Xbox Wire article where it said that it was a Souls-like, but maybe I didn't.
It's all good. Yeah, I'm excited to see the gameplay of this. It's gonna be fun. We love our Japanese representation, even the freaky boys.
Oh, also, Xbox, please stop with this Japanese representation bullshit that y'all got going on. If you're gonna do it, do it when it's worth
If you're
it.
gonna do it just like these. No.
Like, don't just force in somebody. Do it when it's yours. Like Ninja Gaiden, that was yours. It would make sense. I love that. This
Hi-Fi Rush was yours.
Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush was yours. That made sense.
Was
Visions of Mana, that was the worst thing y'all could have possibly done. At least this is the
if I
Game
recall,
Pass.
that game wasn't the greatest either, right?
No, it was not. I remember playing that demo and I was disgusted. Bro.
Yeah, man.
But they need to what am I trying to say? Like, if you gonna have a Japanese representation, be a Japanese studio that's working on an IP with you, or one that you're working closely
Be
with.
scale bound.
Exactly. But this like, oh, we have to get someone that's Japanese. Who's available? Let's get fucking Game Freak. They're available. Like, come on, do better.
Yeah, it kind of does seem like I don't know, because it's like Forza Horizon 6 is in Japan, and then, they need a game that's also in Japan. I kind of like the little synergy going. I kind of appreciate it.
But I really don't have much to say on Beast of Reincarnation. Everything I've seen of it, like art style, the enemy designs are pretty cool. I like that there's like mechs in this kind of fantasy world.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all I'm gonna say
Not feeling
is
it, huh?
it ain't gonna be there's gonna be 2 Game Freak games that released this year, and Beast of Reincarnation is not gonna be the best one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Bro, every time I see screenshots of fucking Scarlet and Violet, that shit is so nasty, bro. I can't believe niggas was playing this shit and it was like, yo, this right here, the greatest. This is peak Game Freak right here. Bro, I'm gameplay over graphics any day, but there is a certain line that you just gotta be like, bro, there's no fucking way. And they crossed the line with that one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They crossed the fucking line.
Facts.
Like, the mountains in the background have no textures on them. This shit don't make no damn sense. And they got away with it. Like, they got away with it. Is the worst part about it. And I contributed. RIP me.
I bought it on the Switch too. I didn't buy it at launch.
I bought it on the Switch 1, but I didn't know beforehand.
It was gonna be trash.
I ain't know, like, you see the pre-release footage and you like, oh yeah, that's gonna improve. I didn't know, bro.
Yeah, I definitely think they pulled a fast one with that game for sure. So count your days, Game Freak. So y'all better.
They pulled the biggest fast one. I think the biggest fast one anyone has ever seen, because they sold 30-something billion copies.
Yeah, man.
But
did you see the Legend Za textures before they got replaced?
Yeah.
Did you see that video? How they actually look like 3-dimensional and like full, and it's like. I think it was like something like an internal document, because like they do like internal reviews or some shit, got leaked, and it was like it was like January 13th. They had like all these textures on the buildings and walls and all that, and it looked like full and like, you know, complete. And then like January like 26th it comes and it's like all the textures are just flat 2D. And I'm like, what the heck? So it's like they definitely, I don't know what they did.
I think it's for performance for the Switch 1.
Yeah,
but
probably.
They needed to run on the Switch 1, and you can see it's not as flat as the Switch 1 on the Switch 2, but it's definitely not what it looks like in those, what's it called? I'm actually writing an article on Pokemon Winds and Waves and all the leaks and stuff right now.
Yeah, man, I'm so excited. Hopefully they they nail it, man. Hopefully it's actually a good ass game. Imagine in the Beast after Beast Reincarnation, they're like, and next up, an update from Power World. That'd be insane.
But yeah. But those are the 3 games that are announced for the Xbox showcase. But we know, since this is the 4th time that we're doing this, there is a secret game, and we already kind of talked about it. Kiln from Double Fine being the front runner. But there were some other names that were kind of thrown out there. I remember people saying Spyro 4 could be could be something that's close enough.
Dude, that'd be sick.
What do you think about that?
You know, I kind of like the idea of it being like a Playground Games doubleheader and then a Double Fine and doubleheader ender. I kind of like that idea, so I'm gonna stick with that.
And then it's a Game Freak double.
No Game Freak double.
It's a Game Freak double because they gonna bring Pocket Card Jockey to Xbox.
No.
Oh my God, Pocket Card Jockey on Game Pass.
That's the pit stop for Forza Horizon 6 into Double Fine. Is Game Freak.
We gonna need that Pocket Card Jockey on Game Pass so that everybody else can get pissed off and break their Xboxes too.
That's hella funny.
But yes, yeah. So yeah, Double Fine. I would love for them to have a double feature as well.
Double ender.
Yeah, but most likely it'll probably just be the 4. But I feel like they also want to top the previous year. And how else are you gonna top Ninja Gaiden 4 and Ninja Gaiden 2 Black? You gotta go hard, Xbox. Or what if there's
how they're gonna do it? Imagine. What if it's like Keeper out now on PlayStation and Switch?
I'll kill you.
That'd be insane. A shadow drop for another platform.
Here's Kiefer running on the PS5 Pro at 60 FPS.
Nah, on the Switch too at 60. That'd be crazy. With that DLSS. Nah.
But yeah. I actually thought that they would probably do like an indie representation after Eclair Obscura. But I guess it's more like a Game Pass representation, like a third-party Game Pass. But I guess that's also the Japanese representation too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is the developer direct.
Oh yeah.
They've been really good for the most part so far, so
I think they've all been really good. Yeah. I don't think there's been a bad one.
I mean, the Visions of Mana shit still haunts me, but
that's a moment in a dev direct.
Yeah, everything else was really good in that one. I think that was the Indiana Jones. It was Indiana Jones of not Avowed. Indiana Jones, Aura History Untold. Was that?
No,
there?
Indiana Jones was 2025, bro.
You said
The
2025?
Visions of Mana one was 24.
Visions of okay. Who was in 2020? It was.
Let me
I can't
look.
even remember what was
Dev
2024.
Direct.
Hellblade 2 was that in that?
20. Yeah. Hellblade 2 is one of them. Okay, I got you. It is. This is 2024. Oh, wait. No, I'm tripping. Indiana Jones did release in 2024. Okay, so it was Indiana Jones, you were right, Aura History Untold, Hellblade 2, Avowed, and Visions of Mana.
Yeah.
And Avowed got delayed to 2025.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, let's move on. Beast of Reincarnation. Game Freak.
Hey, what if you come out very surprised?
We go see. All
There's
right.
always a possibility.
Let's talk about AI for a little bit, and then we'll get into Xbox reports of Xbox's 2026 from Jez Corden. But before that, we had a few AI related topics that kind of popped up. So the first one are the cowards known as Larian Studios. You know, we branded them as heroes for being brave enough to fight the fucking hobgoblins who just hate on anything VR or AI related. I don't know why I said VR. But it seems that the mob got to them and they decided to backtrack, because when they did their talk about AI, Swin Vink, the CEO of Larian, said they will no longer be using any Gen AI art in Divinity, including the concept art stages of development, like he said before that they were using.
Mhm.
To ensure there is no room for doubt about the use of AI. So he folded like a lawn chair. He ain't stand his ground. You know, I would have been 10 toes down with it. And it's not like the game, like Divinity was gonna sell regardless, which is the craziest part. But I was like, man, I made some comments about Echo the Dolphin on Twitter, and people have been just popping up to talk about how Echo the Dolphin was good. And I'm like, bro, stop. Don't lie to yourself. Where no one was repping Echo the Dolphin on the playground. It was never happening. But shout out to Astro Parrot King. He had to come support Echo the Dolphin for whatever reason. You know them Sega boys. Can't trust them.
Yeah, he's a troll for sure. They're also I know you don't care about football, but he's a Jaguars fan. Which some people call them Jaguars, which I don't understand, but Jaguars. It's like nah, it's Jaguar. I'm like nah, it's Jaguar. But it's okay. Echo the Dolphin, I have no idea. I have no attachment to Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah.
All my homies hate Echo the Dolphin.
For sure. That was that Sega Genesis peak that y'all were repping against Nintendo, trying to hold up Echo the Dolphin against Mario.
Is that what Sega does and what Nintendo don't?
Exactly.
Echo the Dolphin. Wait, now I'm curious. I'm gonna look up some gameplay. Echo the Dolphin.
What were we talking about before I started?
AI.
Yeah, AI.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Big Allen Iverson.
Twin Vink, he backed down, and that just gave these motherfuckers more ammo.
Bro, what the fuck is this?
Exactly.
I just seen the first stage and he just went in a straight line. Okay, no, this is interesting. He's like collecting some like jellyfish or some shit. I don't know. This looks like trash. Anyways, my bad.
Are you good? I just saw something on my feed.
Yeah, something good or something bad?
No, I was reading this tweet where it said Reddit user claims that they figured out what causes Monster Hunter Wild's performance issues, and it's kind of wild. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay, so you
Monster Hunter Wild performance issues?
This is a way that you can.
Did they finally fix them?
No. But they found a way to get more FPS. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Owning more DLC equals more FPS. The more DLC you own, the higher your frames. This is due to an aggressive check the game does to see what DLC you own. It is not intentional by Capcom, but this constant check causes performance dips. The user created a mod that tricks the game into thinking you own all DLC and noticed immediate improvements. All information has been sent to Capcom support. This same user has already helped Capcom solve a performance issue in Dragon's Dogma 2. So all you have to do is just buy all the DLC, guys. just go buy them all, and you'll have all the frames in the world.
They just start adding +1 frame per DLC. That'd be hella funny.
It's a new type of FPS quest, except the quest is for them to make more money off of you. But I saw that and it just came across and it was funny. Also,
that's pretty fucking
Also,
hilarious.
The Office collaboration coming to Fortnite. I'm gonna be murking everybody on Fortnite as Michael Scott, and I love that.
Hell yeah.
All right, but back to the actual topic. So that was not the only story that had to do with AI this week, because Shift Up, I love Shift Up. Those are my boys. Like, ever since I saw Project Eve and Stellar Blade, I've been repping them since the jump. But Shift Up, CEO and Stellar Blade director Young-Tae Kim supports AI as he believes it will allow them to compete with larger studios. Quote, "We devote around 150 people to a single game, but China puts in between 1,000 to 2,000. We lack the capacity to compete both in terms of quality and volume of content. But with AI, one person can perform the work of 100 people." And of course, all the people who were fans of Stellar Blade are now attacking Shift Up and the director, and they didn't like that. But I ain't hear no lies in this. If you want to, like, all right, what if, like, think of, like, if you're trying to make a Stellar Blade style game again, you don't need 1,000 to 2,000 people to make that. But if you're trying to make something like Ananta or Genshin Impact or some shit like that, and you don't want it to take 7, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, however long it takes. Because I didn't realize until I seen how many employees that some of these mobile, like Genshin Impact, what's their name?
MiHoYo.
MiHoYo. Have you seen the employee counts over there, bro?
Nah, but I don't doubt that it's a lot.
It's crazy. like like Ubisoft levels, bro. And that's why they're able to put out these games like it's nothing. So yeah. But yeah, they have the numbers easily. And if you want to be the dev team that makes those type of games, but you don't have the funds to hire 5,000 people, AI is kind of your only choice at that point. Or you do the slow grind of making profit on each game, enough profit that you can keep building and building and building until you get there. Or you have someone acquire you or invest, or get an investment from a shady government. But not everyone wants to go that route.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, with the smaller developers, it shifted up a smaller developer. I mean, they were brand new out the gate, like, or not brand new. They had games before, but they were like mobile games.
I would say, cause they have, what's that game called? Like Nikki or something, right?
Yeah, Infinite Nikki. Nikkei, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And I read that game makes up like 70% of their like revenue or something. So it's like that game is doing most of the work for them.
Yeah, for sure. Which is why they can turn around and be creative and make the kind of like Stellar Blade style games that they are probably a little bit more passionate about. Infinite Nikkei is the money maker. No, Infinite Nikki is
that's a different game, but they have a game called like Nikkei.
Nikkei something is the name. But yeah. But it also makes sense because they are competing with MiHoYo and all these other Chinese studios in that space, because Nikkei is occupying the same space as those MiHoYo games, and they want to like compete against them, but they're not going to compete against Genshin Impact with. I mean, it's always possible, but MiHoYo's output is crazy because of the size that they have.
Yeah, I actually do agree with this guy in the statement, and I kind of like that he's like defending like his like, you know, territory. He's like, look, like, we don't have the capacity to fucking have 2,000 people slaving away at games, you know, like China does. Like I kind of like that he's dissing them a little bit, to be honest. But
we don't have a few between Korea versus China. We about to have the gaming Korean versus China feud. I love it.
I know, with even what's it called, NC Soft too, right? They're Korean and they're like mobile and PC-ish. Yeah, I'm here for it.
We got NC Soft and soon Shift Up teaming up against Tencent and NetEase. About to go down.
Yeah,
but like I said, you can not every studio can do it all. There are definitely publishers and studios who can do it all, and those are the ones that we like. I don't want them using AI, which is the Microsofts, which is EA, and like they literally have the manpower to do anything they put their mind to. They don't have the business sense and fucking management skills to do it, but they have the manpower to. They have the developers, they have the teams. But there are teams like Shift Up who don't want to. They probably want to do something way beyond what Stellar Blade was, and they don't have the manpower to do that. But with AI, they can pull off something that they would not be able to pull off just with the 150 people that they do have. And I'm with that. And that's gonna be my stance until the pearly gates, or until AI becomes sentient and kills us all. And then I'll take back my statements. But until then,
at that point, you won't be able to take back your statements, bro.
But Sony also had some AI news, and this is something that we've seen before. They kind of talked about it before, and we saw patents, and I think this is literally the same patent. They just updated it, and then people brought it back into the news. But it's the patent that is about PlayStation games playing themselves and beating levels for you. And you know, when you're playing your movie game and you like, this is too much game in my movie game, and you just want to sit back and have Spider-Man 2 play itself. Well, PlayStation has answered your prayers, and all I gotta say is, what better fan base to test this out on? But I understand. I feel like there has to be a limit to this thing. Like, it can only play for like 10 minutes a day. Cause what's even the point? I mean, I don't think Sony would care if you let the game play itself, because you bought the game. Now, online play has to be banned for sure. Any online game, nah, that shit gotta cut off immediately. Imagine getting 360 no scope by the AI that somebody just put on. But if you're playing something like God of War, Egypt, whatever the fuck they want to call it, and
yeah,
you fighting a boss, and the boss is whooping your ass, and you just like, you know what, AI, take care of this for me. I just want to get to the next part. That should be the limit of it. Like, it should be few minutes, and then boom, all right, you gotta take control. Although, what's PlayStation's incentive to stopping you from just letting the whole game play itself? You already paid your money for a single player game.
yeah.
But what do you think about this patent?
Yeah, I mean, it is the jokes write themselves at this point.
Never beating the allegations.
Yeah, they're never beating the allegations. I don't know if you've seen the AVGN clip. Have you seen it? He's like, beat game button. No.
I see it.
You haven't seen that? Let me try to find it for you real quick. But yeah, that shit was hilarious when I seen it, and he made that shit years ago, you know. And it does kind of feel like that, you know. It kind of feels like they're giving people a beat game button, you know. But it's like you're kind of taking away like the whole like thing that makes gaming so amazing, is that we interact with other people's art instead of just passively watching it. But
I beat Elden Ring and got all 1,000 achievements.
Yeah.
Or I got the platinum trophy for Elden Ring. Like, everyone's gonna be saying this.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
But I think
it's not really harmful in a sense. It's not like, but it's just so
found it.
It's just like, why, you know? But that's how I feel about it. It's like,
here, I'll put it in general.
Yeah.
Because it's a straight up just a funny clip.
But if I was playing, actually, you know what? They might be some geniuses. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. I just thought of it. I have a very it has its uses, bro. It has its uses.
It Takes Two.
Nah.
Orbitals.
Are you talking about like using the AI as a co-op partner?
Yeah.
That could be cool, but mine
like
is
if you don't have a
way
partner.
cooler.
Okay.
Right? Whenever you play Uncharted and you get to one of them shitty climbing sections, you can just tell the controller, boom. Yeah, while you're climbing these rocks for 20 minutes, I'm gonna go make me a snack, and then I'm gonna come back and the action will happen again. So yeah, it's actually that's exactly what it's for. Or when God of War, you're playing Ragnarok and they already told you how to do the puzzle anyway in like the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, and Atreus is telling you the whole time too.
You might as well just let the fucking AI do it for you at that point. Atreus, you want to do it? You got the answers. Do it yourself, Atreus. How about that? Put the AI on.
Yeah, or it's I think it would be a great accessibility feature for people that really need it for sure, and definitely just keep it strictly for single player.
Yes.
And like co-op stuff, not multiplayer PvP.
Unless the AI plays like the bots in Fortnite, like don't put the motherfuckers on the sticks, and then I'm getting 360 no scope. He just say 360 no scope that guy over there. Beam. Supreme accuracy every single time. Lock on aim. But yeah. As far as like if it's gonna be for accessibility, then it'd be nice if it was like locked to the PlayStation accessibility controller. What is it called? Their controller.
Not the Edge, right?
No, the Edge was the Pro.
PlayStation Access.
But like if it was locked to that accessibility controller, that would be
Access controller.
Access, yes. If it was locked to the access, that would make a lot of sense. Because then it really would be for accessibility. But I feel like a time limit kind of would be a perfect way to still give players like, hey, you gotta play the game yourself. But when they need to get past a certain section, it's like, okay. Like, I'm gonna be playing fucking Guitar Hero, and I'm just gonna let the fucking AI play and hit every note perfectly, and then take a screenshot like, hey, look what I just did. I'm the greatest Guitar Hero player in the world. So yeah, there's ways that it can ruin experiences if it's not regulated properly. Because even leaderboards can just get out of hand. Which, if you play anything on PC, leaderboards are so useless nowadays because you'll see the top scorers are just a bunch of cheaters. And then you'll see like real scorers 100 people down. Like Megabonk has so many cheaters on the top ones because you can literally just use mods to get infinite health, infinite like 10 times damage type shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it is what it is. If it ever happened, I really would not care. I would just every time, but it would be great ammo, because anytime I would see a PlayStation fan get a trophy, I'd be like, you just use the AI to get that shit every single time, and it would just work. But with that, let's get into the final topic, and that is Jez Corden's report of what's to come in 2026 for Xbox. And I think he does this every year, where he goes into basically everything that he's heard and what to expect. And it's looking really good. Some things I didn't expect to see this year was in here, but let me just go down the list. So obviously we already know the Four Horsemen return and anniversaries abound. One thing we know for certain is what to expect from Microsoft's first party in 2026. At least generally speaking, Microsoft has a lot in the chamber it can fire off potentially in the coming months, but the headliners are set. Fable, Gears of War E-Day, Halo Campaign Evolved, and Forza Horizon 6. Microsoft often jokingly refers to the lineup as the Four Horsemen internally, representing what are arguably the four most iconic Xbox franchises.
Four Horsemen.
Do you agree that, I mean, obviously Halo, Gears, or Forza. Is Fable
Halo, Gears, Forza
the fourth? I mean,
I feel like they're kind of strong-arming Fable in there, but yeah, I guess you can put it.
Missing for like a decade and a half, but like
Halo, Gears, Forza.
If we're talking about like OG Xbox,
yeah,
Fable was there. Like it was definitely a big one back then, and during the 360 era as well. But then we know what happened after that. But yeah, if we're talking about like actual Xbox franchises and not ones they've acquired, like Elder Scrolls and Starfield and Fable, or not Fable, Fallout.
Yeah, even Outer Worlds, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think. I mean, they could have shepherded some other ones for sure. There's definitely a lot they've left.
If they were smart, Ninja Gaiden could have been that. If
Ninja Gaiden would be a great pick, yeah.
If they were smart, Viva Pinata could have still been here today.
You know what's crazy though? You know, Playground is a studio they acquired, right?
Yes.
That's not a studio that they built up themselves, right?
Well, they basically, Playground never made any game that wasn't Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
Their first game ever was Forza Horizon 1. And then they acquired them after seeing the work that they did.
Playground Games. Maybe that would be a good something for me to research, actually.
I think it was a new team from the Project Gotham Racing developers. And then they just went straight to making a Forza open world game for Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I maybe they just have so much pride in the fact that Playground is developing their two pillars, you know? Maybe they're like, yeah, since Playground's doing Fable and Forza, yeah, that's like we're gonna be prideful about that, and we're gonna boast it, you know?
Yeah. Turrington used to be like the sensei watching over Playground and teaching them everything, and then we finally see the student kill the master. That's what happened.
Some Samurai Champloo stuff right there.
So the Four Horsemen will be here. And then some have been wondering if a mysterious countdown on the Fallout TV show's Amazon Prime website is hinting at a shadow drop for a new Fallout game or remaster. I'm told this is not the case. However, we are eventually getting a Fallout 3 remake in the vein of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, as well as Fallout New Vegas on top. I'm told Obsidian of Grounded, The Outer Worlds, and Fallout New Vegas fame has 4 new projects, some big, some small. Fallout co-creator Tim Kaine also joined the studio a short while ago. I'm not sure if any of these projects are Fallout related, but either way, it shows Xbox isn't taking its foot off the pedal when it comes to content. on the topic of Fallout, we're of course also eventually getting Fallout 5, which we understand to be greenlit. Bethesda's Todd Howard noted in a previous interview that Fallout is receiving a ton of investment right now. It could be a while before we see the fruits of that labor, but perhaps we could see them teased at an upcoming show. After all, 2026 marks several major anniversaries for Xbox and some of its subsidiaries. Xbox is having its 25th anniversary, Blizzard is having its 35th, and Bethesda is having its 40th. I did not know that Bethesda was older than Blizzard. I always thought Blizzard was older.
Yeah. Yeah, Bethesda was there at the dawn of gaming, to be honest.
Microsoft and its teams are planning a variety of events and announcements to celebrate these milestones. At BlizzCon 2026, I thoroughly expect to see new expansions revealed for Diablo 4. Okay, nobody cares about any of that bullshit. But the headline for BlizzCon 2026 is most likely going to be StarCraft. It was previously reported that StarCraft is getting a third-person shooter treatment, and I confirmed these rumors true via my own sources a while back. So that's going to be a big one in the middle of the year. StarCraft third-person shooter being announced, probably not released in 2026, but even that announcement is going to be pretty crazy. For Bethesda's 40th, could we catch a glimpse at id Software's next title already? It has been rumored for an incredibly long time that id could return to Quake or Hexen, now that all the rights fully exist within the Microsoft umbrella. Machine Games is also thought to be working on a Rainbow Six Siege-like multiplayer title. Although I've heard that Wolfenstein 3 is also on the cards to coincide with the upcoming Wolfenstein Amazon TV show. Perhaps some of these games will break cover at Bethesda's QuakeCon event, but big reveals are often reserved for the Xbox Showcase. As usual, Xbox will hold an event in June, coincide with Summer Game Fest and the post E3 Summer Marketing Blitz. It's here where we should see glimpses at 2027 titles, which could include games like NXIL's Clockwork Revolution, Undead Labs' State of Decay 3, Arcane's Blade, and perhaps other hitherto unknown titles. I've never heard this word. Is that a typo? Let's ask Copilot. Okay. Hitherto means until now or up to this point in time. All right, I'm gonna need Jez to stop being British using shit like that. All right. I've heard Ninja Theory's next game will be more involved and interactive than Hellblade 1 and 2, while retaining the cinematic excellence the studio has come to be known for. That's all we've ever wanted. We'll also catch a glimpse of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 4, undoubtedly here, with Activision eager to reconnect with fans after Black Ops 7's controversial delivery. Call of Duty will also drop onto Nintendo Switch 2 this year as well, fulfilling Microsoft's promise to regulators. There are strong rumors that Age of Empires will return with a new title in the future too, powered by Unreal Engine. Damn, even Age of Empires is losing their dedicated engine for Unreal. And we can see more of Hideo Kojima's mysterious OD horror project this year. There's also plenty of unknowns. Xbox Publishing still has plenty of secret projects. Xbox's large stable of service games will doubtless get major updates this year, including Minecraft, Grounded 2, Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls Online, and the King mobile franchises. Could we see Toys for Bob's long-rumored Spyro this year? What is the mysterious and oft overlooked Elsewhere entertainment? I actually forgot all about Elsewhere. And Xbox team working on, perhaps we'll find out in 2026. All right, before we get into the hardware stuff, let's talk about the games for a second. So for 2026, chances are, well, we know the Four Horsemen, but there's also Fallout remasters that can, maybe not both remasters, but at least the Fallout 3 remake could be making its release in 2026. And said that 2027 was Clockwork Revolution, State of Decay, Blade, and some unknown titles. Obviously,
Oh, Clockwork's 2027.
Yeah, at least he's guessing that it's a 2027 game.
That's so weird because they showed it off quite extensively last year.
Even the first trailer that we got for it was like, it didn't seem like a game that was a few years away. You know, like that first trailer.
Yeah.
That was like 2023, I think. But they're whatever pre-alpha, whatever footage that they're showing looks way more polished and way more close to ready for launch than a lot of pre-alpha footage that I've seen. So Spyro could be this year. Obviously Modern Warfare 4 will be this year as well. Was there anything else that he said would be this year? He said we might see more of OD, and we might see more of a new Age of Empires. But I don't think he meant that it's gonna release this year. So it's looking like the lineup that we know so far from Xbox is Fable, Halo, Gears, Forza, and then a Fallout remaster, and most likely Spyro. So just from what he's named so far, those are the 6 that should be coming out in 2026. At least that we know of.
Okay.
So yeah, sucks that Clockwork Revolution isn't going to be this year, if that's true, because been looking forward to that. But
hey, who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, there's always a chance. It's not like he knows for sure. He just feels like this is his opinions. But also State of Decay 3. I really want State of Decay 3 as soon as possible.
Yeah, that game has also been announced forever too, right?
Yeah, that was 2020. Also,
No,
it was the first game that they showed off at the 2020 showcase. CGI trailer, of course.
Yeah.
Arcane's Blade. I've basically put that into the back of my mind that we wouldn't see that for a while, so I'm not really tripping on that one. So if it's 2027, hey, let's go. But as far as the 6 titles, how do you feel about that lineup for the year?
Yeah. So can you go through it again real quick?
Yeah, so obviously Fable, Halo Campaign
Fable,
Evolved,
Halo,
Gears E-Day, and Forza Horizon 6. Then we have Spyro, the long-rumored Spyro, and Call of Duty, of course.
And COD. Spyro is rumored, right?
Yes.
Fuck, dude, I'd be so happy if we got a Spyro. That'd be awesome. Well, if that is like a 4th or 5th game in the direct, that'd be insane. But I mean, yeah, that's a great year. Especially if you can release your games with like at least like a month of separation between them. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely not the 12 games that released last year or whatever like 12 first party games that released last year. But it works because
each of the games are big in their own way.
They're like way bigger. Like, and then there's also, I'm actually surprised he didn't mention the Halo multiplayer project at all. Because that was also rumored to be a 2026 release to coincide with a Halo campaign involved. Do you think that one still has a chance? Because he didn't mention that one at all.
I think if we are gonna get something from Xbox, Microsoft, Bethesda, ABK, I think it's gonna be that Siege Wolfenstein, the Siege, not Wolfenstein. What's the developer? Machine Games.
Yeah.
The Siege Machine Games game. That might have a chance at coming out this year, just because we've heard so much about it. So it's like, I'm pretty sure they'll probably just be like, oh yeah, it's out and blah blah.
Oh yeah, and he also was one of the ones rumoring Kiln for the direct, but it's also not in this article. So there are some games that are kind of missing from here, because Kiln is supposed to be this year as well from Double Fine. So
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more like 10 games.
Yeah. And
if like they do a Fallout 3 remaster, there's a chance of at least like a +4, differential.
So yeah, and then Xbox Publishing could literally come up with anything. I feel like those are like the most secret games that they have, because they could be partnering with anybody and you really wouldn't know until they show it, and then it's like, damn, they really did that. So yeah, I could see it being about 8 to 10 games this year. That seems about right. But even if it was just like the 6 games, the 4 Horsemen, Fallout Remake, Spyro, and then Call of Duty, so 7. That's still a really good year. But he also had some hardware stuff to talk about, mostly to do with PC platform. So he said, I already wrote an article detailing what the Xbox Ally update roadmap looks like in 2026, but we should see some of those new features sooner rather than later. Even if you're not an Xbox Ally owner, you should probably keep an eye on how development there is going. The Xbox Ally experience is essentially the next-gen Xbox experience too. I reported last year that the next Xbox will run full-bore Windows, and that is still the plan. In partnership with AMD, the next Xbox will utilize the Windows 11 full screen experience with the Xbox PC app to deliver its console interface. Microsoft is working on major updates to the Xbox PC app to accommodate this, bringing it more closely in line with what Xbox console players will expect when engaging with the device on their TV rather than at their desk. Where it diverges with a traditional PC is in its ability to actually run games compatible with Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. Microsoft announced that it's partnering with AMD to enable Xbox games on this PC-like device. Existing Xbox console users' libraries will come forward with them to the new Xbox as Microsoft continues to commit to backward compatibility in a big way. I suspect we'll hear more at GDC's 2026 about how Xbox plans to modernize its publishing practices to accommodate this new, more open strategy. Developers shipping on Xbox PC already enjoy a more generous cut of the revenue than they do on console, but Microsoft still has a huge issue getting developers to organically support Xbox PC. Moving the platform to console will help here, but there will at least be a few years where Xbox Series X and S remains the primary development platform for most, I suspect.
Sounds about right.
And then, so we'll talk about this. So Xbox's Ally full screen experience, PC experience is what we're getting with the next Xbox. But it's obviously they're like we've been saying, this is the beta test with the Ally, and they're just gonna keep updating it until they get something that is what people actually expect for a console. So yeah, it's exactly how we envision that, and I think it's the next section. But one thing is the whole open strategy and kind of getting publishers on board with, hey, you know how you licensed us to, like, for these games to run on the console and not on PC, but now we have this PC that's a console and we need these licenses to transfer over to this PC, but it's a console.
Yeah,
like,
it's tricky.
How
it's tricky.
Yeah, they're gonna have to work that out with literally every publisher and
every single publisher,
because it's not like, oh, it's the next console backwards compatible, like, okay, cool. No,
yeah,
it's a PC that they're calling a console, and it has full-blown Windows on it, and it has Steam and all these, like, all the things that you can do. I wonder if there are gonna be publishers or developers that are like, nah, they're gonna have to buy the game again. Or we gonna have to put it on the PC separately store. And then also, how will it work when you have Xbox PC games, like strictly PC Xbox games, and then strictly console games? Like, how will that work in your library? I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to merge it seamlessly.
The thing that trips me up about it is how are they gonna do all these improvements to the Xbox PC app? But from what I'm seeing is the back compat is gonna be exclusive to this device.
Yes, only to this
device. So it's
device.
like, that makes no sense to me. If it's gonna be full bore Windows and all these improvements are happening in real time on the Xbox Ally and on the Xbox PC app now, if you're in the fucking insider beta program or whatever, but it's like, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. like you're doing all of this, all these improvements for this new Xbox that's a PC, but the one thing that is really separating it from a regular PC is that you can play your Xbox
console games.
Yeah, your console games on it, but you can't do that on the PC. You can't do it on the Xbox Ally. You can't do that on any of the other OEM Xboxes that are rumored to come out.
God. Yeah.
And I feel like that has to do with the license, like the whole license thing. Is that, hey, this box is the same as the Series X, except it has Windows on it. But these boxes are PCs, so like the licenses won't work on those. There has to be one kind of family or one device that is an Xbox, and that the license works for this because it is the same as the Series X. And without that proprietary box,
bro, think about it. It's not a game console anymore. It's a game computer. That's it. Drop mic, walks out.
Just change the wording on all licenses to game computer. Windows game computer.
That'd be insane.
But
Microsoft, free checks. Give me some money. Give me some money.
That's what they want to avoid, because you literally have to go to every single publisher and say, yo, what if
but what if it's just that device though? What if it's like an Xbox game person? I don't know. I don't fucking know. They have hurdles to jump through for sure.
Yeah, but I feel like the hurdles is less because you can essentially call the next Xbox the next Xbox, and you can say, yeah, it's just backwards compatible, like it's our next Xbox. But like, if you try to say every single Windows computer will have the console games and all of these licenses, They're like, hell no. Like, nah, it has to be Xbox. So that's how I see it.
Yeah, man. Hopefully they show us what it is. Hopefully they show us what it looks like. I'm excited.
Now, let's go. So Microsoft has already signaled that it plans to make Xbox publishing more open and Steam-like, lifting the NDA on some of its publishing rules last year. Microsoft still has a long way to go to improve discoverability for quality Xbox games on its PC store, though. The more open nature of the Microsoft Store results in mountains of shovelware hitting the platform, and discovering quality titles remains oddly difficult. I mean, no one has more shovelware than Steam, but you can still find quality games on Steam at any time. I feel like it's not the shovelware that's the issue, it's how you display it, I guess. Improved community tools such as reviews, comments, curation, and interactivity would help improve discoverability algorithms, so hopefully we see some of those kinds of features materialize this year. I'm told we should also see some new Xbox hardware this year. I suspect we'll finally see the Xbox Elite Control Series 3 break cover in 2026, and perhaps even other controller revisions. I'm told Microsoft's next generation Xbox controllers all support direct to Wi-Fi connectivity, eliminating Bluetooth latency from cloud gaming scenarios. There's always the chance we'll see more Xbox branded OEM hardware taking advantage of the Xbox full screen experience on Windows, similar to the Xbox Ally. I've been working through some credible rumors that could see an OEM Xbox PC in 2026, but time will tell whether or not that one pans out. All right, so we can see OEM hardware like the Ally, but he said Xbox PC, not handheld. So a Steam machine style Xbox, maybe, but also the Xbox Elite Series 3 controller. I've never bought an Elite Series, and after the way people talk about the Elites, I definitely will never get one until I see like there's literally no issues with the 3. But if there was a new controller, just a regular controller revision, I would probably get it. But as far as everything else he's talking about, we talked about the like them lifting the NDA earlier last year.
Yeah.
But Xbox branded OEM PCs, like the handheld would be the only one that would even interest me in the slightest, and even that's kind of a hard sell. But what do you think about the Xbox OEM PC?
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's it just makes sense because they're slowly but gradually off ramping their hardware to other manufacturers and letting them take over their the brand, letting them be the Xbox hardware manufacturers, so they
everyone is Xbox.
Yeah, and then so they can move on to fucking AI and data centers or whatever. But yeah, it's happening.
So I believe that's everything as far as like the announcements or like things that we should look forward to. It's just a wrap up after that.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about Xbox in 2025? Or sorry, 2026. I'm still stuck.
No, you're good. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have a great year in terms of game releases and in terms of money that they make. They're gonna make a ton of money, and they're gonna have a lot of games.
They better.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 6 sells makes the worst revenue that is done in series history.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen, bro.
I doubt that. But yeah, I feel like with Modern Warfare 4 being the next Call of Duty, that's definitely gonna pick things back up for Call of Duty. Forza Horizon
Facts.
6 is gonna do great.
Mhm.
Gears, even when people didn't really care for Gears 4 and Gears 5, it still did really well. So I feel like Gears E-Day, going back to Dom and Marcus, that's gonna be pretty big. And supposedly it's supposed to be releasing on PS5 day one. We'll see. Although a lot of people thought Forza Horizon 6 was gonna be PS5 day one, and it wasn't. So we'll have to see what they do with the other games. It seems like if it's a remaster or remake of their tentpole franchises, it's day one on PS5. If it's like a new IP, there's a bigger chance of it being a day one PS5 game. But then again, South of Midnight and even Keeper wasn't on PS5, was it?
Still not.
Yeah. So I don't understand their
approach makes zero sense.
like, because there's
just say it, bro.
Yeah.
Just say it how you see it, bro. Please.
Let's see. Obviously, anything multiplayer, kinda. But then Forza Horizon 6. Okay, never mind. We have to make the flow. We have to make a chart.
The chart? Oh
my God, no.
You did it, bro.
Okay, there we go.
It's all good. That's funny.
So all right, let's look at it.
Yeah.
All right. Forza Horizon 5 came, but that was years later. Halo. There's still no Halo Master Chief Collection, no Halo Infinite on PS5, but the Halo remake of Halo 1 is going. Gears of War Reloaded, day one. Halo multiplayer game. Will that be PS5?
I'd hope so.
I feel like that has a high chance. Now, Halo 7? Are we 7? Halo 7 like single player co-op campaign. PS5 day one?
I'd imagine, yeah.
See, but I feel like that would not be because of the way that they've been doing it.
No, but like, see, if Gears Reloaded is gonna be day one to PS5, and if Gears E-Day is day one to PS5, then wouldn't that make Halo 7 also?
See, but Forza Horizon 6 has me leaning towards post-launch. Like, they'll announce that Gears E-Day.
I've actually seen like apparently like the Forza Horizon team is still like figuring it out or something, because they didn't do the PS5 port. So maybe who was it, Splash Damage, right?
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe it's like they still don't have the PS5 pipelines yet, or they're implementing them right now, and that's why Forza is to be released later, and that's why Fable is to be day one, right?
Supposedly.
So it's like, it kind of makes sense in that aspect.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
I guess we'll see, because if Fable is not on PlayStation, then I'll definitely be like, yeah, Gears E-Day is not on PlayStation day one. But if Fable is on PlayStation day one, then I'll be more inclined to believe that Gears E-Day is also on PlayStation day one.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Next week we'll know the ways.
Well, you never know. They might not even put a date on anything except for Forza.
Well, they'll definitely put platforms.
Forza and Halo.
But I feel like they'll definitely put platforms if they don't put dates.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah.
Hopefully we see some Switch 2 logos, man.
I don't think any of the games there would be Switch 2 day one.
I know, but hopefully Hopefully.
Except for, it's actually weird that Beast of Reincarnation isn't coming to the Switch too. But I feel like that would just come later. But anything else on Xbox's 2026 before we wrap up the show?
No, other than it's I'm excited for the games, man. I'm excited for the games for sure. We kind of now have a pretty good idea of Xbox's year, so now it's time to see what Sony and Nintendo do for sure.
Yep, and we'll get a better idea of both of theirs come February, March. Usually late January, February to March, we'll get a state of play and a Nintendo Direct at some point in that time period. And obviously the Pokemon Day is going to happen regardless of anything for Nintendo. Yeah. So we'll at least be riding the winds and the waves. But with that, let's go ahead and get out of here. That is it. That is all we have for you guys today. Thank you all for tuning in, and to all the people leaving comments in the chat. We do appreciate your support. Make sure you guys hit that like because we love you guys and it helps us grow this channel. If you're not subscribed and you enjoyed the show, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated for when Dual-Wield premieres. The Bagels, appreciate you as always for pulling up. Where can we find you and what you got going on?
Yes, sir. You guys can find me on youtube.com/Subagels, twitch.tv/Subagels. I haven't been streaming. It's been a minute, but I'll get to it eventually. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I've just been busy, but yeah. You guys can see me there. Twitter.com/SubegDollywall, I think. And then Instagram, same thing. But yeah, check me out. Follow me. I'll follow y'all back.
Yes, sir. As for myself, down on Otaku, you can find me on Twitter at PastaFeet, F3ET. You can find me on twitch.tv/Otaku the Dawn. And of course, you can find me right here on YouTube, where not only are we doing Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast every Thursday, Project Entitled Gaming Podcast every Saturday live with the day ones, and check me out on lordsofgaming.net, where you can find my reviews and articles and whatever else I got going on over there. And that is basically it. I don't know why I make my shit so difficult, like Pasta Feet, Otaku the Dawn, like, and then you just, yeah, Subagels on here, Subagels on there. But yeah, it is what it is, though. Y'all know where to catch me. It's in the description, right there.
Yes, sir.
Just go down, look down. In the description. Is it down? Yeah, it's down. In the description. But any final words for the people to get them through the week?
Yes, sir. Hit the gym. Hit the gym. Use that AI upscaling in games.
Yeah, use that damn upscaling as long as you're playing a single player game and you're not trying to do anything that requires the most fastest input possible.
Facts.
Because it's worth it. But with that, let's go ahead and get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy your weekend, your week, your month, year, life, all that. Bye-bye.
Peace.